told me Jamestown Dickinson was double counter. You didn't tell me this one was.
No, because we were doing my own.
I wasn't going to tell you. I'm ready to talk about it.
And you mentioned it at the end. I got 2 wins.
Right.
Oh,
I mean, really,
2 wins.
it's 3 playing 4 and 5 playing 6. Like, that's pretty awesome.
And 1 is playing 2.
And is that a double? Why didn't say anything about something about double counting?
built an amazing life by working hard and doing your job well. Delivering financial advice is what we do well. At Ameriprise Financial, our job is to use our skills, experience, and research to help you become more successful in today's economy. What we want you to walk away from each encounter with is satisfaction in knowing that together, we've done what we can to help you work toward a better future.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shaw's Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shaw's Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shaw's Crossroads.
Owners in Bismarck and Minot seek transformation. ServPro's construction program brings both vision and precision. From that very first hammer strike to the final touch of paint, our dedication remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling, it's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back, we elevate every space.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on, Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealership.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
An injury can happen anywhere.
The best part about working at BNC. The best part about
It's senior night tonight from Magic City Campus Gymnasium. Been a while since we've been here for high school volleyball on the PSP Network, but we came back to this gymnasium for a good one, an important one for WDA tournament seeding. Play-in game on the line or a direct spot in a quarterfinals can be decided as well. It's Legacy and Minot High, number 3 versus number 4 in the conference, on the court today on the PSP Network. Welcome into the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. With timely services, it won't slow you down and no appointment needed to stay in your car. Drive-through oil change service. They'll take about 15 minutes at any of their service centers in Minot or Bismarck. Also find out more what they do online at VIOC.com. Alongside Melissa Spelchen, I'm Owen Patterson on the call for tonight's WDA Volleyball clash between the Sabers of Bismarck Legacy High School and the Majettes of Minot High. It gets this late in the season, just 2 weeks to go, and you get a matchup like this, 3 versus 4. 2 wins on the line. It's a double counter today, or 2 losses that could really tank your shot at a direct spot in the quarterfinal round. This match means so much today between these two teams.
Yeah, and the thing that stands out the most for me, Owen, with this matchup is Minot High is at home. And you have to protect home floor in these highly competitive and really, really important matches. So look for Minot High and their crowd to be fired up tonight.
Yeah, they've been able to do that 7-0 at home this season. Talking to Coach Gertzen earlier today, he said, yeah, they love playing in this facility. They have a great fan support here tonight, especially for senior night. Quite the class as well for Minot High. We'll talk about them plenty today, but just what they've done to get this program to where they are and really a position to break that state tournament appearance drought.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, and this is probably the best overall team. You know, obviously record shows that it's probably been the best, but I think overall team-wise, they've probably had in a decade. And so that's super exciting for the city of Minot and definitely the Minot High fans. And a tough spot really for Bismarck Legacy to come in here and try to essentially dominate like they are on the floor right now in their warm-up. And really with that 4th spot, like they are just, they are 1 win off, right? One win off from going ahead of Minot High. I just can't get over this double counter stuff. I mean, really, it for moments like this, it's super, super exciting and makes for the fans watching tonight. If you are listening, get all your friends to listen to this because it is going to be one heck of a volleyball match tonight here at Minot High.
Yeah, like it or not, there's 2 wins or 2 losses on the line today from Magic City Campus Gymnasium. We'll break down the matchup more when we return our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show by naming the Northern Plains Heating and Air keys to the game. Just getting started from Minot tonight on the PSP Network.
Why do I bank at First Western? Easy. They take care of their customers.
That's right, Carson. You may be number 11 on the field, but at First Western, you and our customers are never just a number.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
When our customers call with a question, we answer their call personally.
Now that's pro-level service.
Thanks, Carson. Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western, you can bank on us.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
We've changed our name, but we haven't changed the DNA of who we are. We still offer the best product at the best price with the same people. For over 25 years, we've been your only choice for tires in the local area, providing all major brands under one roof at a fair price for your family's budget. Plus that excellent service after the sale with free rotations, free alignment check, free flat repairs with our exclusive Plus plan. That tradition continues today. Looking for tires you can trust? Choose us. Trusted Tire and Auto.
Slices your sub right in front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese, it has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah. The rhythm of the slice. This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah.
Order for Danny?
Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
First time that these two teams meet this season. Two teams who have been right next to one another in the WDA Volleyball standings all season long is October 29th with so much on the line. You don't really know your opponent very well, but there's 2 wins or 2 losses on the table here for Minot High and Bismarck Legacy today in a WDA double encounter. Well, let's break down how these teams can get those 2 crucial wins and securing a spot into the quarterfinal round right in here in this gymnasium as part of the WDA tournament on the PSP Network with our Northern Plains Heating and Air keys to the game. With over 25 years of experience as your heating and air experts, the factory authorized dealer for AeroSeal. There's no other choice to seal your heating and air game than with Northern Plains. Find them online at northern-plains.com. For Bismarck Legacy, a team that's gotten off to some incredible set 1 starts in recent matches. They took set 1 convincingly against Bismarck Century. It was 25-15 before losing the next 3 sets, though. Mandan and Minot North wins. Those were sparked by huge efforts in set 1. They have to come out swinging today against Minot High.
Yeah, absolutely. I know in the previous segment here we talked about how important it is for Minot High to protect their home floor, and now I'm looking. Bismarck Legacy has a 6-1 record on the road. So what a matchup tonight. I'm super excited. I haven't seen Bismarck Legacy play at all, so super excited to see what's going on with their team and how they match up against Minot High, specifically how front rows match up against each other.
Yeah, Bismarck Legacy recently playing some really good volleyball. Minot High, on the other hand, they've had quite a few struggles here recently. 2 out of their last 3 matches have gone to 5 sets. One was a loss to Minot North. The other one, they came away with a close win on the road against Williston. 2 matches where you kind of had Minot High being the big favorites. But today, you talk to Coach Gerson, they just have to limit the errors, and the offense has to pick up again. That's really the area they've been missing.
Yeah, I would say, Owen, in terms of limiting errors, my bet is Coach Gertson is talking about keeping offensive balls in play. Okay? If you are going to go up and swing away with the mindset, this is what you need to have. You need to swing away off the block versus trying to drill something hard and over the block. So I think if Minot High can, A, keep those kind of offensive balls in play, and 2, the famous service, keep serves in play and be aggressive on Bismarck Legacy's serve-receive, they should have some success tonight.
Well, we'll talk about a player who's been pretty successful at the service line here coming up later in the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. But how about we set up the matchup here with the Shields of Minot and Bismarck WDA standings. The Shields has every sporting imaginable from fashion to footwear. Shop online at shields.com. Proud supporter of the PSP Network's mission of promoting local athletes. And what a night of volleyball we have for you on the PSP Network and just in general in Western North Dakota. Century takes on Bismarck High. That's a matchup of 1v2. Minot High hosts Legacy. That's a matchup of 3 versus 4. Dickinson is playing Jamestown today. That's a matchup of 5 versus 6. Minot North is at St. Mary's on the PSP Network. That's a matchup of 7 and 8. And Mandan plays Watford City, a matchup of 10 and 11. I don't know how they set this up, but this is an incredible night of volleyball today.
Yeah, I've never heard of such a thing. Really, that's fantastic. And really, kudos to all the teams in the WDA. They are competing and competing hard. And definitely this top, it feels like the top 6. What happens to them tonight really will determine their seeding when it comes WDA tournament time here in Minot.
Yeah, Legacy is the number 3 team in the region with that 14-5 record. Minot High and Dickinson a half game back there. Actually, Minot High has an identical record, just a higher winning percentage, but it should be noted that Dickinson and Jamestown also a double counter. So for the Midgets today, if things go the way they need it to, they could be in the top 4 heading into the final week. And again, there's still that matchup, Dickinson hosting Minot High to end the regular season. It's getting to a pretty frantic part of the year for those teams between spots 3 and 6.
And this is what you want. Like, honestly,
Absolutely.
If you are the officials and definitely all the athletic directors, you want this kind of competition because it breeds, obviously, camaraderie. Definitely the crowds get bigger when the match means more. And so kudos to everybody involved, and let's go tonight. I'm super excited. I feel like a little bit like I have ghouls and goblins in my mouth right now, getting ready for Halloween. I don't know how to spit out the words, but I promise you, fans and listeners, I'm going to get it going here.
Yeah, it also makes for pretty good TV, these great matchups, and we're glad you're with us today on the PSP Network, either here or Minot North and St. Mary's, 2 streams of volleyball going on today. We'll talk about some individuals to know before this one gets underway when our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show returns on the PSP Network.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
The dictionary defines community as a group of people living in the same place or sharing common goals. Community is the largest part of our name, and we make it the largest part of our business. We support our local schools, organizations, youth programs, and local events from Bowman to Bismarck because we all share a common goal to better the quality of life in our communities. Come bank with us at Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your real community bank.
When property owners in Bismarck and Minot seek transformation, ServPro's construction program brings both vision and precision. From that very first hammer strike to the final touch of paint, our dedication remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling, it's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back, we elevate every space.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shot's Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shot's Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shot's Crossroads.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good. From simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
An injury can happen anywhere, at any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit off, 7, pressure, points, yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Another reminder, this is the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. They know you're busy. That's why when you visit any of their service centers in Minot or Bismarck, they don't waste your time or their own. Valvoline Instant Oil Change technicians can typically perform a full-service oil change in about 15 minutes. Also find out what they do online at VIOC.com. Continuing on with our pregame show by taking a look at the Prestwich Orthodontics players to watch today. Prestwich Orthodontics specializes in braces and Invisalign for all ages. They offer 0% financing and free consultations, virtual or in office. Enjoy professional treatment in a fun and relaxed atmosphere. Check them out at minotbraces.com. Well, this Legacy Sabers team prides themselves on a very good front row. They came into this season kind of one of the least experienced teams in the WDA, but they caught on pretty quickly with this front row combination of 5'5" Cambry Volk on the outside, 6'3" Brooklyn Felkley in the middle, and the 5'10" senior McKenna Brendel on the other outside position. Head coach Jen Astle has a lot of different styles of hitters on the front row to her availability.
Yeah, Owen, I think when I look at the size, specifically between Cambry Volk and McKenna Brendel, that's slightly concerning for Minot High, and here's why. Cambry is 5'5", which means everything from her is going to be fast, right? It's going to be shoots. It's going to be, whether it's outside, inside, nothing is going to be high for the block to be able to set up. And then you have a complete switcheroo because you have an awesome height in 5'10" in Brendel, and she'll likely be having balls a little bit higher. She'll probably be able to run some stuff even out of the middle if they do any sort of high balls out of the middle with the double quick, essentially. And so really the different look makes it hard for defenses to kind of get a read, right? And I mean, that's significant of a different look. So, Seeley's got to be happy, and the coach definitely has to be happy with having two such different outside hitters.
On the Minot High side of things, one player that has really come up big here late in the season when much of this team has been having some troubles putting away those teams in the bottom half of the standings is Everett DeShaw, and it's not how she started the season. It's the position she's playing right now, which is mainly back row and at the service line. 12 aces over the last 3 matches, had a season-high 5 against Turtle Mountain a week ago. She's a player that obviously had her role change on this team from the opening night to now, but is embracing that change and doing the best she can.
What the greatest thing is about Everett is that she has had an opportunity in JV to play in the setting position. I noticed tonight she was playing in the power position, which is what she had in varsity for a brief little time. Now she's in a defensive role and really making a huge impact at the service line. But for me, She has 3 more full years of volleyball in her after this year. She's also a very talented basketball player, and a lot of people frown upon double sports. I do not, because you're in shape the entire time. Might be a little bit different shape, but you're still in shape. You have no lag in terms of your workouts and your constant competitive edge. And what I also see with her that a lot of young players don't have is this idea of being coachable and having a mental strength, unlike other people who are freshmen, right? She's been put in all these positions. She's handled it well, and we'll see what happens for her next year. But I think she's really going to have a big impact tonight, and I really do think how she plays and where Coach Gertzen ends up playing her for the rest of the year, especially in the playoffs, will determine how successful Minot High is.
Yeah, her other sport, basketball, is getting started pretty soon, just a month away, but we've still got some important volleyball matches to take care of here at the end of October and early November. Playoffs quickly approaching on the PSP Network, and we've got the coverage of it on PSP Network Plus coming your way November 14th, 15th, and 16th.
One more thing for you, Owen, before we head to break. You mentioned that front row. You have a senior 6'3" player in Brooklyn Felkley. Okay, so what needs to happen is whatever Knudsen and Aberley do on the Minot High side is really going to have to be strong against a 6'3" senior. I got to say senior. She's amped up. She's ready to go. She loves these double counter games, and we'll see what she does. I think her play in the middle for Bismarck Legacy is going to be critical tonight.
Yeah, Brooklyn Felkley also a pretty good basketball player.
Goes,
she's going to be going to South Dakota State to play hoops in the coming future.
Wow, good for her. That's awesome. I love double sport, triple sport athletes.
We'll put an end to the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show, and we return after these commercial breaks on the PSP Network.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
Why do I bank at First Western? Easy. They take care of their customers.
That's right, Carson. You may be number 11 on the field, but at First Western, you and our customers are never just a number.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
When our customers call with a question, we answer their call personally.
Now that's pro-level service.
Thanks, Carson. Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western. You can bank on us.
Shields Visa is more than just a card. It's the freedom to go. It's a gateway to explore and do more of what you love. Imagine where the Shields Visa can take you. So join us in discovering endless possibilities. Shields Visa. Together, we've got this.
Senior night here at Magic City Campus Gymnasium. 6 seniors on the team, 1 senior manager as well, and what a senior class this has been for this Magi volleyball program. Coach Jesse Gertzen has been around for 3 seasons, so not every single year they've been playing volleyball, but you can tell this is kind of a whole new program under Gertzen's leadership.
Yeah, and I got to give a shout out here. Owen, Maya Bogdan, daughter of Steve and Jenny Brown Bogdan, and it's really great. Jenny is a legendary volleyball athlete. A Deluxe Burlington only state championship in volleyball in 1991. I actually watched the match with her this year. It was super fun. But my point in discussing Jenny is it's so great to see generational families pass down their sports to their kids, and so that's really wonderful to see tonight. And I'm sure Steve, her dad, helped out a little bit too.
Maybe a little bit. Well, as we conclude our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show, let's take a look at the schedule this week on the PSP Network. Not as packed as last week, but there's a lot of great volleyball for you to watch. A doubleheader today, Minot North at St. Mary's. That's a big one because, again, while the season is still 2 weeks away from coming to a close, at least the regular season, Minot North, St. Mary's, and Williston, who will be featured on Thursday night, they are in quite the battle. They're going to be playing a play-in game. It's just hosting it makes so much of a difference. Minot North currently in the position to be at home for that play-in round. So these 2 wins this week, if they can get them on the road at St. Mary's tonight and home against Williston on Thursday, could go a long way for the Sentinels.
Absolutely. And I think you could look at play-in games in 2 ways, right? Like, oh gosh, you have to play another game. We're already tired throughout the season. Or you gain some momentum going into the playoffs. For those who make the top 4, right, and get that bye, it's a chance to rest and essentially a chance probably to watch what goes on in those play-in games to kind of like recruit and scout a little bit with what you could expect in the playoffs. And so there's definitely 2 different ideas to it. For me, I would coach either.
It's a
right?
win-win situation whether you make the top 4 or not.
Yeah, I would coach either. Yeah, I love playing as much volleyball as you can, and I would tell these kids, like now in my retirement life, right, I would say play as much as you possibly can. But in terms of coaching, I would bet they would want the bye. They would want to probably get in that top 4. Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
what we wanted to hear. Then Friday and Saturday, we've got playoff football. 5 games for you starting in the 3A class on Friday. West Fargo at Minot, Shanley at Bismarck High. The Magicians looking for back-to-back state titles in football. Then the AA postseason. Devils Lake at Minot North. That's a big-time matchup. Make sure you tune into that one on the PSP Network. And then on Saturday, we go to the small schools. Harvey Wells County at Velva Drake Animus Garrison. And Grant County Flasher at New Rockford Cheyenne Maddock. I think that's the first time PSP Network's ever going to New Rockford, North Dakota.
Hey, that's awesome. Are you going to be in the lead on that, or what do you got? What's your role?
Velva for the 4th week in a row. Nothing wrong with Velva.
Owen,
Nothing
they're
wrong
going
with
to get a
Velva.
statue of you in Velva. Yep.
Nothing wrong with Velva, absolutely not. But we've got volleyball to keep our focus on today. First serve is coming up next. I think we've got a microphone issue here in the gymnasium, so starting lineup's a little bit delayed here in Minot, but the volleyball, it's going to be exciting once it gets started today on the PSP Network.
Shields Visa is more than just a card. It's the freedom to go. It's a gateway to explore and do more of what you love. Imagine where the Shields Visa can take you. So join us in discovering endless possibilities. Shields Visa. Together, we've got this.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged, the stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Today's broadcast of high school volleyball on the PSP Network is also brought to you by Planet Pizza. There's no pizza like it. Call now at 701-852-1700 to place an order. Your mouth and belly will thank you. Well, starting lineup's about to get underway. Figured out the microphone issue here at Magic City Campus Gymnasium. It's now time for the national anthem here on the PSP Network.
And the rockets
Well, as they meet the starting lineups here inside of Magic City Campus Gymnasium, I'll tell you what, the starting six for both of these teams, extremely talented. And I mentioned it earlier in the pregame show, Legacy came into this season as one of the least experienced teams. Felkley was the only returning starter from a 7th place team at the State A tournament in 2023. But again, they found their rhythm together pretty early in the season, and they've been rolling ever since. And for Minot High, of course, the expectations honestly a little bit low now looking at them in the preseason poll. Picked in the bottom half of the WDA, they've consistently been in the top 3. And you even look past the starting 6, 2 teams that go very deep to the bench. Almost everybody gets in for Minot High. These teams have been far exceeding preseason expectations.
Yeah, Minot High, from my perspective, this is the best team volleyball that I've seen them play since I really have kind of gotten back in the sport and watching consistently in the last decade. And so kudos to, Sherry Carlson and Casey Sandusky before Coach Gertzen came in and his staff to get everybody ready for kind of these moments. And when I say team play, when everyone has a bit of investment, whether it's just going in and serving, or if it's playing 3 rotations or 6 rotations, or you're the libero, or all these different roles, when you have a little bit of investment, that brings everybody together. And so that's why I think they've been so successful. And again, to be in the top 4 for the majority of the year, that's fantastic. So definitely outlive the expectations they had at the beginning of the year. But I'm going to tell you right now, with all the seniors that they just announced, and congratulations to them, their families, and all the years and time they put into volleyball, they want more than just the 3rd place in WDA. They want to win that tournament, or at least get themselves into state in some capacity. And so Minot High, that's what they're looking at. Again, Bismarck, Legacy, for me, I'm excited to watch them play. Not only do they have a senior in that starter in Felkley, right? They have a senior setter, if I'm not mistaken, and that's in Jenny Seeley. And Jenny, I think, and how she distributes the ball tonight really is going to be impactful for Bismarck. Legacy, especially as it relates to Volk, to Brendel, to Felkley. How's that going to work? And I also want to see the other couple hitters that they have. If they can put in some time, kind of like if you've noticed the matches we've called, Owen, there's been these spark plugs that come out of nowhere and give some serious points for their team. I wonder who that will be for Bismarck Legacy. Do you know?
I might have an idea. Watching the JV game, and she's in the starting lineup here. Brooklyn Pudwill, number 7, the sophomore, left-handed, lets it rip at the front row at the net. Pudwill was pretty impressive in the game before this, and she's going to be on the court right away for Jen Astel's Legacy Sabers to get this one going. Again, Legacy down to 2 matches, 3 results, I guess we're going to call it, left. They've got a double counter here on the road against Minot, and then at Bismarck, a lone game on Tuesday. And again, if you haven't been tracking with us in our conversations about double counters, how it works, plain and simple, you're going to play this team 1 time instead of home and away. It counts for 2 wins if you can get it done, and 2 losses if you cannot. And the reason why it's so impactful today is because, again, the tight bunch between 3 and 6 in the WDA coming into tonight, where you have Minot High against Legacy and you have Dickinson against Jamestown. You can honestly be thrown all the way down to 6th, have to work your way back up in the final week of the season to get that automatic spot in the quarterfinals at the WDA tournament. That's what's on the line today.
And that's the critical thing you just said there, Owen. The most critical thing is last week of the season.
Yes.
The timing of this is crazy and so exciting for all our listeners and fans tonight. Again, if you are listening, please get everybody else to watch this game, and because it's going to be a doozy.
Already got a pretty nice crowd with us on the PSP Network tonight before first serve on the PSP Network. Scoreboard sponsor is BNC National Bank. With locations in North Dakota, Minnesota, and Arizona, BNC National Bank provides you with banking and wealth management services for your business and family. Visit them online at bnc.bank. It'll be the Minot High Majettes and Mackenzie Duffner with first serve today from Magic City Campus Gymnasium. The Majettes.
And she's waiting for a ball.
The student section had it. Minot in the home whites today, Legacy in the black and gold.
Very good server in Mackenzie Duffner.
Duffner gets the whistle, and we're ready to go, and now underway with WDA Volleyball tonight on the PSP Network. It's a free ball right away for Minot High, and Duffner sets it up to the near side. with Leah Walter, but it's dug up by the Sabers. Right in the middle, there's your introduction to Brooklyn Felkley.
Yeah, and Felkley is a senior. Again, I said Seeley's a senior, and a couple touches for libero Avery Will for Bismarck Legacy, who is also a senior.
Sabres lead 1-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Hopefully they put that up on the scoreboard soon. Nicely tracked down there by Avery Will, the libero. Ball for the Majettes. In the middle, it's Eve Knutson with the right hand. The dig there by the Sabres, Cambry Volk. She'll play everywhere on the court. Kinsley Gilmore's first opportunity goes out of bounds, and the Sabres take a 2-point lead.
Yeah, and I think Coach Gertzen talked about like what the problems have been for Minot High. Unforced errors, a couple balls hit out here early, and first missed serve. That is my stat that I am in charge of there, fans listening. First missed serve of the match, Bismarck Legacy.
And it's Cambry Volk who is at the service line. Minot High will now send Maya Bogdan.
Senior Maya Bogdan.
Tipped over the net for a point. Kaylin Kraft for Bismarck Legacy.
Do you have that replay? That is a beautiful one-handed set by Jenny Seeley. Setter for Bismarck Legacy. She's a back row setter, which means she has to bring that ball back. She can't punch that thing over, or she violates in terms of a back row attack. Wonderful one-handed set by Seeley.
Into the net on the first attempt and first attack by Jada Shaw. Jada's got quite the cheering section up there in the crowd. We'll show you the signs they've brought here to Magic City Campus Gymnasium later on. You might actually be able to see them on this camera shot, but Legacy right now, the ones that are really cheering, leading 4-1 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Duffner again sets up to Shaw, gets the second chance.
Nice job by the senior Jada Shaw for the kill. And another senior back to serve, Reagan Terrell, down 2 points.
Just over the net. Legacy trying to end that point right away, but the dig there by Duffner. Set up to Walter, and it drops. The Majettes trail by a point.
Yeah, they have a nice player, Bismarck Legacy, Marley Falcon, 6'1" out of the middle, so they definitely have a height advantage. Bismarck Legacy does on Minot High out of the middle. Nice pass by Avery Will.
Left-handed tip over the net there by Sammy Watson. And then a kill on the other side there for Minot High. It was back row from Bogdan.
Yeah, and she's played a little role in that. I mean, she's had, I would say, at least a dozen that I've seen back row attacks for kills. Maya Bogdan, the senior for Minot High.
Sent up to the near side with McKenna Brendel.
Great dig by Bogdan on that play.
Cross court pass to Shaw, and it's sent backwards. Up goes Marley Falcon for the block.
Nice job by the middle player there, sealing the net with the front row setter, now Jenny Seeley.
Back to serve for Legacy, Cameron Hoynes. I feel like we're saying everybody's name for the Sabres in the first 9 points.
Which, remember, we didn't really know how they would come out with their rotation. So free ball, Minot High's had 3 free balls in the early going here.
A lot of attacks there for Jada Shaw on the far side. Legacy's been able to pick up all but one. Duffner sets it back to Leah Walter. That's in for a kill. Walter, number 226 on the career.
Yeah, great dig. Setting dig by Maya Bogdan perfectly to Duffner. Duffner has set Leah Walter here a couple times for kills in the beginning part of this match. Nice back set by Duffner for a kill by Walter.
Seeing the replays on the PSP Network, brought to you by Ryan Family Dealerships. Dumped there by Duffner, but Volk is able to keep it up for the Sabres. Free ball Majettes. Up to Sydney Aberly again. It's Falcon with another block.
Yeah, at the beginning of this broadcast, we talked a little bit about middle hitting play, and it's going to be Falcon and Felkley up against Aberly and Knutson. Aberly's going to have to move that ball around or tip or use all kinds of offensive shots to get around that big block.
Shaw again blocked. It's Falcon, nothing getting over the net with number 6 in front of it. Now Falcon on the offensive. Flips back over the net and inbounds. Such a tough one there for Falcon to judge.
Yeah, she's been busy. I mean, she was busy in those last couple series, so maybe got a little tired, or maybe her body was out of position. She didn't know where she was on the floor.
She was just thinking about letting that one go out of bounds. After, again, it was just flipped over the net by the Majettes. 6-6 your score in set one. Bit of a wild pass, but Volk was actually in the right spot for it. There's a free ball to Minot High. Nice. Shoot play for Aberly. And the dump there by the center. Jenny Seeley put that one on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay.
Yeah, nice play when honestly, what happened there, and I'll just quickly, that was a slide by Aberly. So Aberly is getting back into position, right? She's on the right side. She's got to get back to middle. Setter notices that, sets the ball over on the second play. Smart play by Seeley. And Seeley is fired up on the Bismarck Legacy side, Owen.
As Seeley this year, one of the top assisters top centers in the WDA in assists, closing in on 500 for the season. Here goes Seeley, sets up for Volk. The 5-5 outside hitter gets the kill.
That is a beautiful, beautiful play right there. So I said at the beginning of the broadcast, Cambry Volk, 5-5. She's got some hops, right? She's going to have to get that ball quick. She's also going to have to get that thing all the way outside so that she can go cross court or down the line. That was a really nice play by Bismarck Legacy, and they just missed a serve.
Yeah, it was Falcon there that missed it for the Sabres. They still lead, though, 9-7. A pass that was to nobody, eventually tracked down by Felkley. Felkley gets back in position in combination with the block with Volk. No dig there, it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hoynes for Legacy.
Great cross-court shot there by Gilmore. What I'm noticing here is there's a bit of discombobulation for Bismarck Legacy. They're sending over a bunch of free balls, barely hit balls. They're making up for it with their blocking, but that's not going to last very long. They got to get themselves together offensively. And then definitely a great serve there by senior Sydney Aberly.
Minot High on a bit of a run in a first set that has an extremely fast pace. One hit and it's out of bounds. Volk trying to go to the far corner.
That was pretty close, Owen. She had a lot of nice topspin on that. Definitely the power position back row there, currently being played by Sydney Aberly. She's got to pay attention to that. Great dig by Deshaw.
And the dump by Duffner will not be set back over the net by Legacy, and all of a sudden Minot High has scored 5 in a row. They lead 11-9.
With Sydney Aberly back at the service line, which I don't think she serves regularly, Owen. So this is kind of unique. So little switch here, but they have some momentum and they're playing very well. Defense to offense, Minot High.
Aberly had just 2 aces coming into today's match. She's up that number to 3, and her team has now taken their largest lead of the match at 12-9 here in set 1.
They're kind of picking the pace here. You feeling it, right?
A service error will give Legacy some of the momentum. But again, it's been 3 points at a time for either side. So the Sabres well within striking distance here in set 1, down 10-12. Their setter Seeley to serve. Gilmore punches that one up into the air. It hits the rafters and falls down. That's out of bounds. Point for the Sabres.
I'd like to know how long Seeley's been setting for this team. I love her energy, and she's powerful.
Gilmore gets a full swing of that ball and gets the kill. Put it on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay.
Gilmore looks a lot more comfortable tonight, at least in this first series of her rotation in the front row, than she did definitely at Minot North. She's getting some coaching here in terms of where to hit that ball in her arm swing.
Brooklyn Felkley made that one look pretty easy.
Yeah. Well, it was because there was no block. Yeah, Knutsen's going to have to figure that out. Knutsen and Gilmore or Walter, they're going to have to, we got to try to get forehands on Felkley. They have to try.
Terrell, the pass to Duffner, then goes to Leah Walter. It's up and over the net. Oh, that one might have been out of bounds. Terrell tracks it down, though. Pass back to Walter off the hands of Avery Will, and down for a Majette point.
Yeah, senior Leah Walter. She's showing up tonight. She's got 3 kills in the match already. Set 1.
Taking as good a stats as I have all season, and you're right, 3 kills in set 1.
And now I'm taking the same stat. Yeah, there's Felkley again, and I probably should keep track of her. She's probably on 3 or 4. You got that?
There's the third for Felkley.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, she came in. She had a wonderful series of 3 rotations there, Felkley.
And Marley Falcons back on the court replacing Felkley. Sabres down 1, 13-14. That's a serve out of bounds. It must have been close, judging by the official line judge out there.
Terrell, the serve for the Majettes.
Nice pass by Volk.
Ball staying in that spot. Shaw goes across the court trying to catch the Sabres out of position. Instead, we have one of our longest rallies of the first set. It's been rapid fire points so far today at Magic City Campus Gymnasium. Bogdan the overpass. It's sent back for a point. McKenna Brendel just read and react to that pass coming her way from Maya Bogdan.
Such a big part of the game of volleyball now that was honestly never around when I played. 1, the libero. 2, when the setter plays defense and the libero has to get the second ball, Owen, they usually are passing it, and they're passing it to either side, right front row, or they're passing it for a back row attack. It has to be pretty precise. Nice job by Avery Will and all liberos here in the WDA when they get that roll and they have to put that ball up so you can have efficient offense.
An ace for the Sabres ties it at 15 with a tip kill by Sydney Aberle. Puts the Majettes back in front, and I believe Coach Astle here is asking for
touch or something. She's over over the net, as in like she went over the net, went on a second ball, and she shouldn't have done that and broke the plane with her hand.
Duffner
tried to dump there.
Yeah, tried to trick Legacy, but again, it's been Brendel not being fooled by the Majettes today. That is on the yellow line from Jada Scholl.
I don't know what you'd call that in basketball, kind of the loop shot. She just kind of set like a bit of a shot put. Nice dig by Couture, great set by Duffner, and Jada Scholl with the shot put kill. The back line for Minot High.
Seeley fading away, to keep it with basketball terms, tried to set that one up to Brendel, but it goes into the net, and we have our first International Bank and Trust timeout on the court. It's called by the Sabres, who trail 15-18. They've been making their way out of 3-point deficits throughout set number 1. They just can't take the lead here in the end. 18-15 when we return.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shaw's Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shaw's Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shaw's Crossroads.
Founded in 1910 and growing to serve rural and urban communities in Minnesota, Arizona, North and South Dakota. It's First International Bank and Trust. Find them online at FIBT.com.
Something glaring for me with Minot High is that since they've sent a few balls out at the beginning of set 1, they've kept the ball in play and have reduced the amount of unforced errors. I tell you what, Jenny Seeley for Bismarck Legacy, she is fired up and she's making some really, really interesting second ball plays for kills for her team.
Now, Legacy kind of describes themselves as a very loud, a very energetic team that really thrives when the momentum is in their favor. And despite trailing by 2 points, they understand a series of 3 plays could turn around this first set and the entire match.
I think that was a net violation.
Point for Legacy.
Okay.
Who now trails by 1. Like we've been saying, 3 points in a row, but just a tie. Minot still playing with the lead. here in the first set.
I'm loving the pace of play, and I'm loving the competitiveness by both teams here in set one.
Jada Shaw again denied by Marley Falcon.
Yeah, we got to talk about her. She's probably had 4 blocks. Yeah, she has dominated at the net. Falcon has in set one here for Bismarck Legacy.
Off the tape, dig by Maya Bogdan, or serve received by Bogdan. Aberly tips it over the net. Dig there by the Sabers.
Nice dig by Will.
Falcon again on offense, known for defense today. Tip kill by Volk.
Big digs by
Couture is
Couture.
all over the place. Terrell to the back row. Pass to Seeley, sets up Volk. There's a whistle, a double hit against Jenny Seeley.
Yeah, good call by Hall of Fame official Linda Birch. Seeley knew it as soon as it came off her hands. You saw her face. She's like, oh, man. Thought I could get away with that one.
And again, like we've been saying here since it was probably, 11-9, Minot still playing with the lead. It's not a very big lead. The largest has been is 3. But they're still in front. Free ball for the Sabers. They're not even going to need to play. That's out of bounds. Last touch by Terrell.
Yeah, and great pass by Cameron. Am I going to say this right?
Hoynes,
yeah. She had a great pass on a tough DeShaw serve there. Serve receive pass, nice job by her. Nice pass by DeShaw.
Gilmore into the net. And Legacy now is in front.
At what Nick Hallberg calls the turning point? What does he call it? They've turned the corner at 20.
Duffner to Aberly.
Nice swing.
Trying to even the score again.
Free ball here for Minot High.
Duffner takes it herself.
Smart play there by Duffner. I think she saw that maybe defense was going to key on either Aberly out of the middle or Gilmore outside. Smart dump by Mackenzie Duffner.
For 50 years, Ryan's been a trusted name for car buyers in western North Dakota. Shop their entire inventory online at driveryan.com or any of their 5 locations in Minot or Williston. How about that defensive play by Everett DeShaw?
Yeah, on a
Makes
big
us look
slide by
smart.
Felkley. Yeah.
Makes us look smart, highlighting her in the pregame show.
Nice dig by Couture.
Kinsey Gilmore lightly over the net. The dig there by the Sabers. Again, Couture maybe in too many places. That's a kill for Kinsey Gilmore.
Nice transition from defense to offense. Big digs by Couture, DeShaw. They are playing scrappy defense to get their team up 1 point. Look for Felkley to get the ball here, Owen.
Instead it goes over Felkley to Volk. Fires one to the back row. DeShaw with the dig. Back up to
Good
Gilmore.
swing.
Felkley blindly sends that one out of bounds. Gets it on the return. Gilmore second time in this point, but again too low into the net. 21-all here in the first set.
What I'm seeing with Duffner and Gilmore is just maybe still a lack of timing. The ball was just set too low there for Gilmore to get her full approach in there. She's got to adjust, no doubt about it, but she's going up and wanting to swing away. She's got to get that ball up higher. Yep.
Felkley takes that one away from Seeley, but all friends in the end. That's a point for the Sabers.
Yeah, smart play to send that to deep position 1 when the defense of Minot Highs was sucked up. Great point and critical point for Bismarck Legacy, up 22-21, set 1.
It's the senior setter, Selly, to serve. With the dig as well. Volk gives a free ball to the Majettes. Couture, Duffner, all the way across the court to Kinsley Gilmore. We'll keep playing on this point until Felkley shoots that one out of bounds.
Yeah, way out of bounds. That one was. Maybe just a little late on her approach. 22-22, everybody.
Duffner, third time back at the service line in this first set. She got it started today. Her first point. Was there a touch? It was inbounds anyway.
Yeah, I could see that ball was inbounds. Nice. I don't think.
Coach Aspel does not like that call, but you're going to not be able to see this one on the Ryan. Well, actually, you got a pretty good look at it. The yellow lines do not show up well on the broadcast.
Oh, yeah.
But we have a First International Bank and Trust timeout on the court. That's the last one of set one for Legacy. Minot High leading 23-22. The energy's high here in the Magic City.
You have built an amazing life by working hard and doing your job well. Delivering financial advice is what we do well. At Ameriprise Financial, our job is to use our skills, experience, and research to help you become more successful in today's economy. What we want you to walk away from each encounter with is satisfaction in knowing that together, we've done what we can to help you work toward a better future.
Jen Astle has been the head coach of this Legacy Sabers volleyball team ever since they began playing in 2013. On into this program, again a 7th place finish at last year's state tournament, won a state qualifier game against Dickinson in the WDA tournament. And this year currently 4th place in the standings with a chance to move into 3rd and a much safer position when trying to get right into that quarterfinal round at the WDA tournament coming up in 2 weeks. Turn off the music. Let's get back to playing volleyball.
Let's go.
2 players in one spot there for the Sabres, but they do get it over the net. Terrell, her chance to set it up to Gilmore, but another good dig there by Legacy. And the overpass.
She hit the net, Owen.
Well, you're going to get to watch this net violation again on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. It'll take a while to get there.
Tied set, 23-23, balls out.
Missed it though, we were watching the replay. A service error there against the Sabres, and the Serve Pro set point is on the board for Minot High. 24/7 emergency service and trained technicians using advanced technology and specializing in fire and water. Cleanup and restoration, it is Serve Pro. Just 1 set point for the Majettes here at the end of set 1. Ball out of bounds, and that's 25 for Minot High. They take the first game today, an important one as Legacy has been dominant in set 1 throughout the second half of the season, but it's the Majettes that get out with a great start today on the PSP Network.
Shields Visa is more than just a card. It's the freedom to go. It's a gateway to explore and do more of what you love. Imagine where the Shields Visa can take you. So join us in discovering endless possibilities. Shields Visa. Together, we've got this.
Changed our name, but we haven't changed the DNA of who we are. We still offer the best product at the best price with the same people. For over 25 years, we've been your only choice for tires in the local area, providing all major brands under one roof at a fair price for your family's budget. Plus that excellent service after the sale with free rotations, free alignment check, free flat repairs with our exclusive Plus plan. That tradition continues today. Looking for tires you can trust? Choose us. Trusted Tire and Auto.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company. Agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Today's broadcast of high school volleyball on the PSP Network is brought to you in part by the UPS Store, located on South Broadway in Minot, inside the Marketplace Foods Plaza. Open Monday to Friday from 8:30 to 7, and on Saturdays from 8:30 to 3. For all your packing and shipping needs, it's the UPS Store. Well, set one couldn't have gotten any more dramatic. 25-23 to get us started today. Again, something we mentioned a lot already in the broadcast is how well Legacy has performed in set number one. Talking to Coach Astle before the game today, the match today, I should say, is that set one has really been an important thing for this team. They feed off of the momentum a lot. There was a lot of momentum for Legacy at times in set one, but you obviously probably a little disappointed with how set one ended.
Yeah, I would say definitely they lost the set, but I think that they were playing slightly better towards the end than they were at the beginning. And I don't know if they want to play this frantic pace. I think this is great for Minot High. Like, the speed of which this match has gone thus far, especially with Minot High's offense, I think is fantastic, because the big bright spots for Bismarck Legacy has been Falcon on the block, right? And Felkley, right? Falcon on the block, Falcon hitting. If I'm Bismarck Legacy right now and I'm Seeley, I'm setting the middle a lot. But the only way you can set the middle is if your serve receive and your digging is right on to you in the setting position. And so look for Bismarck Legacy to up their serve receive game a little bit. And, you know, a glaring stat for me, because I'm looking after services, if you noticed, oh, is that Bismarck Legacy missed 4 serves, Minot High missed 1. That's pretty big when you lose by 2, and there's a difference there of 3 missed serves.
Just a little bit of delay here. Legacy's trying to figure out where they're supposed to be on the court. Had one player move already, and now both officials talking to one another.
Do we have anybody, Dickinson, Jamestown, that could tell us some scores?
Well, I think we have a great partner called the North Dakota Score Feed app, and we're going to be checking that today.
Yeah, you're the young kid. You handle all that stuff. I know someone. Is the game in Dickinson or Jamestown? Do you know?
Jamestown.
Okay.
No score reported.
Oh, boy. Let me see if I can get an updated score.
That would be terrific.
I get.
Well, it looks like
as
Legacy.
I'm talking out my texting, they're showing my age.
Well, it looks like Legacy has their pattern figured out here. It's Falcon that has to come off the court for the libero, Avery Will, and it's Jenny Seeley back to serve to begin the second set. Legacy trailing 1-0 to Minot High here at Magic City Campus Gymnasium, a place where the Minot High Majettes have not lost this season. Serve received by Terrell goes way up into the rafters, but it comes down on the Majettes side. We'll keep playing here on this first point of set 2. Again, a Terrell pass goes really high for Duffner. High set for Gilmore. We were talking during the break. Sets have to be higher, but there's still no getting past that Legacy block.
Yeah, and honestly, it was out, though, so that's great. Like, Gilmore hit it off the block, but I loved that set by Duffner, and even loved that play before in this same series where Gilmore has her hand way up there. Set that ball for Gilmore as high as you can. Let her work.
It was Kaylin Kraft trying to find an open part of the court, but it goes out of bounds, and the Majettes start out with a 2-0 lead. It was Legacy that jumped out to a 4-1 start in the first set. And then Minot High had that big run of 5 consecutive points in the middle to take the lead. Point for the Sabers from Brooklyn Felkley.
Yeah, there's my discussion in between sets there, right? Get a good serve receive pass. Seeley, give your ball to the middle. Kill. It's just that easy, Owen.
Easy. Cambry Volk to serve. She's the team leader in aces with 28 in conference matches. Go up to Falcon, that is out of bounds, and again, Minot High will stay in the lead with Reagan Terrell going back to serve.
Something interesting for the fans to see, and Owen maybe to notice, but the lines judges switch sides.
So I've had this question all year long. Why don't the team switch anymore?
Ooh,
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess maybe they're saying no, there's no difference or like advantage to one side or the other.
So this brings up another interesting conversation that I had earlier today. That ball is out of bounds, and the point will go to Legacy. In my conversation with Coach Astle, she pointed out something that I haven't heard anybody say yet this season. It's that Minot High, the space between the end line and where, the gym would end, the wall, is so much longer here than anywhere else. And Coach Astle was kind of concerned about how Legacy would play with that. It seems like you have more room than, especially at Bismarck High, where the court ends, the gym ends. That is on the court there for a Legacy point, and it's tied at 3. But there's something interesting.
In my many years of volleyball, this is how I would respond to that, is likely every server has footwork, and they do the same thing over and over. And remember, that is also the most difficult thing mentally because you're by yourself back there. So if you have all this space, usually you can feel the wall, so you know where you're at and your footwork. So if your wall isn't there, you feel weird. It really is just weird, right? Because it's all muscle memory, especially with serving. So that's probably what she's talking about. Free ball here for Minot High. Nice dig by Terrell. And the
Aberle
slide.
with a kill. Yes.
Yeah, the slide kill by Aberle. Nice set by Duffner. Great play off of the free ball by Minot High.
Nicole Couture to serve for Minot. Sabers go to Brendel, but it's dug by the Majettes and Shaw, who gets it back on the pass from Terrell. Oh, Aberle read that one all the way. Another chance for Brendel. Off the block and out of bounds. Point for Legacy. They trail by 1 here early in the second set. 4-5. Sabers serving on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Couldn't ask for much more here in a 3 versus 4 matchup, right? You have a tight volleyball match thus far all the way through.
Hoynes with the serve for Legacy. That pass from Duffner is going to get over the net.
No way.
Tipped back onto the Minot High side by Seeley and out of bounds.
That is pretty lucky. Pretty lucky.
Seen it again on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay.
Not a whole lot going right for Minot High on that play, except the fact that Bismarck Legacy blocked it out. Free ball here for Minot High again.
It goes Terrell, Duffner, Gilmore. Falcon touched it on the block and then rolled across the net to the antenna and out of bounds. Pretty cool the ball made it that far on top of the net.
Yes.
Deshaw again serving so well recently.
Nice dig by Deshaw there. Nice set.
Falcon again trying to find a way around the Marley Falcon block that's been set up in front of her today.
Nice dump by Duffner.
Falcon in the middle off of one pass. Point for the Sabres. They trail 5-7.
I have to say, in that first set, and definitely moving here into the second set, I haven't seen so many balls hit over on the second hit, either by the setter or by, obviously that was Falcon on that play, than I've seen in a long time. So, and that's the frantic pace, right? It's not like your consistent 3 contacts, right? You got all kinds of athleticism happening here tonight at Minot High.
It's getting late in the season. Got to find something new they haven't seen. Ball into the net. Point for the Majettes.
And they're up 3 here with senior Sydney Aberle back to serve. Again, someone who hasn't served a whole lot this year, but she's serving tonight.
But she served for those 6 consecutive points for Minot High in the first set.
Oh, beautiful. Nice dig by Couture.
Ball on Legacy side once again. Free ball for Minot High. Eve Knutson tips it over the block, but a dig there by Watson. For the back row, it's Hoynes. And a back row attack in response by Deshaw flies a little bit too far.
Well, what happened there was Deshaw literally made the dig by moving backwards, and she was almost on the end line there. I don't think she expected getting the ball in that play. She had to cover a lot of ground there. I like the aggression, though, and missed serve here by Bismarck Legacy.
So the error on the part of the Sabres keeps the lead at 3 for the Majettes. It's Duffner to serve once again. Felkley, the tip kill, collected by Duffner. Terrell the pass to Gilmore. Will had to track that one down.
Nice hustle there by Gilmore.
Deshaw gets a better ball from the back row, but it's blocked by Felkley. Another one. Deshaw with defense and response.
Swing.
Gilmore swinging away and gets the kill. Put all of that on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay.
Yeah, that was the best, most competitive point that we've seen thus far. Everybody swinging away. Really smart defensive play by Kinsley Gilmore and offensive play there with the kill to swing away when she knew that the Bismarck Legacy defense was out of sorts.
Ball stays in the back row for the Sabres. Gilmore gets the initial pass.
Nice dig by Will.
Another free ball for Minot High. What can they do with this one? Terrell sets up Walter. Seeley with one hand with the dig. A third free ball for Minot High. Gilmore off the head of Brooklyn Felkley and out of bounds.
Something for the fans, hopefully you're noticing, is that ball has stayed sped up a little bit here in set 2. Gilmore has adjusted her approach. She's moving faster, makes for a great play because Bismarck's block is out of position.
First International Bank and Trust timeout on the court. Back with more in 30 seconds on the PSP Network.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
We have a theme today in the student section. They've been pretty loud here in this crucial WDA volleyball match in the WDA. It's number 3 Minot High against number 4 Bismarck Legacy with 2 wins on the line and 2 losses if you're not the team that gets 2 wins today. And how beneficial
2 wins would be.
That's right.
Let me finish that sentence for you, Owen.
Fill in the blank.
Yeah. Junior Mackenzie Duffner, Minot High setter, back to serve, up 11-6.
Free ball after free ball here for Minot High. But Walter shoots that one into the net.
Either just a little low by Duffner, or Walter did not get off the net after going up on the block.
For the Sabres, Seeley to serve.
Seeley serving down 7-11 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Walter now for the left side of the formation. Off the block of Knutson and down for a Legacy point. I believe that was Felkley.
That was Felkley, standing kill. I would have loved to have been 6-3. Right, that makes for those plays a lot easier. You have a lot more power you can hit a standing attack with when you're 6'3".
Will sets up for Kraft. Point for Legacy on the double hit.
I'd call a timeout here if I was Coach Gertzen, honestly, Owen. Yeah.
He's not.
Yeah, no, he's not going to. Right, because you had an 11-5 lead, right? 11-5, I think it was, or 11-6.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is kind of a run. You want to stop it. Seeley back to serve for Bismarck Legacy. Nice pass by Terrell.
Knutson tries to aim that one, but Kraft is able to pick it up. Dig by Deshaw, sent over by Walter.
Good swing by Volk.
Tracking that one down to the student section was Gilmore, but that was a tough play. There was a garbage can in the way.
Now there's a timeout, Owen.
First International Bank and Trust timeout called by Minot High. We'll keep it here to remind you that today's broadcast of high school volleyball on the PSP Network is brought to you in part by Minot State University. The best way to predict your future is to create it with over 100 areas of study at Minot State University. You can find the degree for the career you desire. Be seen, be heard, be you at Minot State University. That's MSU. Beavers in action today on the volleyball court, hosting Dickinson State late in the season. Crunch time there in the college volleyball campaign as well. Also want to thank Magic Towing for sponsoring the PSP Network. Remember their phone number, 701-509-4011. There's no job too big or too small for Magic Towing serving western North Dakota. Minot High leading Legacy 11-10 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Already up 1-0 over the Sabers today. Going to keep that perfect home record alive are the Majettes. 7-0. It's counted for 8 wins on the season. There's one more home game remaining. That's against Jamestown over the weekend. Back to volleyball here. Gilmore gets blocked. Deshaw does not, but Minot High eventually gets the point.
Nice swing by freshman Everett Deshaw for that back row attack.
A play that's been increasing in popularity this season for Minot High.
Yeah, honestly, it's increased a ton since I played too. Back row attacks, and then again that libero making that second contact when the setter plays defense. Just things that weren't around when I played, Owen. Lots of evolution of the game, including going from regular scoring now to rally scoring.
Bogdan with the serve into the net. Up goes Jada Shaw, and that ball is out of bounds. Everybody in maroon and gold saying there was touch there. There was not. Our set 2 score is tied at 12. Volk puts the ball in play. Mackenzie Duffner sets up for Leah Walter. It's taken a while to get going for Walter today on the offensive attack. Block falls out of bounds. Point for the Sabers, and they're in the lead here in the second.
Yeah, their first lead, and really they've outscored Minot 7-1. A 7-1 run, 7-2 run now.
After Volk serves it into the net, service errors still piling up here in the first 2 sets. Something that at this point of the season, you're thinking we could be able to avoid those.
Yeah, again, I think it's just a matter of being aggressive and oh, nice swing there by Falcon.
Marley Falcon with the kill. Put that on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay.
It's being aggressive, Owen, and then just again muscle memory. So if you're going to be aggressive, you should have so many serves in the bank by this point that it should go in, right? If you're not confident back there, keep the ball in play, right? So you got to lighten up a little bit. So what I'm seeing is aggression is overtaking the importance of making it in right now. More so for Bismarck Legacy. Yeah. Nice inside shoot there by Sydney Aberley into and powered through the Marley Falcon block for the first time tonight.
Nicole Couture back on the court. She has been everywhere defensively, and now gets a chance to serve for Minot High. Dig by Terrell. It goes all the way over the net for the Sabers. Sealy sets up another chance for Brendel, and that one is a point for Minot after it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, I think that was Brendel that sent that ball a little deep there on essentially the tip kill, or the tip attempt, I should say.
Ace for Couture.
Senior defensive player Nicole Couture for Minot High. Back to serve.
Legacy trying to sub, I believe. Again, our officials will tuck this one over. Not too many aces today.
No, I haven't quite. Have you kept track of that one? I've
2 for Minot, 1 for Legacy.
Okay. Nicole just having one.
16-14 lead for the Majettes here in set number 2. Now, the last time we saw Minot High, a 2-set lead, not to bring up any bad memories. We know what happened after a 2-set lead, but you just think today the refocused Majettes team, a 2-set lead, would go, again, a long way today against the Sabers.
Yeah, it's a totally different match tonight. Yeah, I mean, there were so many elements at the Minot High at Minot North game that were Like it's tough to coach against the elements there. Tonight you can definitely coach your way into a win. And you know what I'd love to see is probably for the Minot High crowd to get a little bit more rambunctious here with their team playing very well. I'm not quite sure what exactly is happening. I feel like she called a sub. Maybe the time wasn't right, but the down official is telling Coach Gertzen about it. Extra timeout for both teams here. But if you can see, like, the players aren't exactly talking to each other. They just want to play. Yeah, let's go.
Jetty Seeley sets it up to Kraft.
Nice dig by Terrell there, yeah. And really a really smart offensive play there by Minot High. Terrell with that pass. Duffner with the set. And honestly, Aberly was going as soon as she saw that Duffner got a good pass. Nice job by Minot High.
Couture continues serving until that service error.
Yeah, a bit of a set of runs I'm noticing right now.
That was how set one was as well. 3
so
points for either
runs,
side.
Yep.
Serving the middle of the court is Cameron Hoynes. It just barely gets over the net. Shaw tries to push it to that corner. Couture dives, trying to get the dig, but it flies out of bounds. Sabres down by 1 point.
And I think in the back there, is that number 8 in the middle back there? Do you see a number 8?
I've confused number 8 with number 6 once already today, but
okay, yeah, well, 6
Falcon
is definitely
is obviously
Falcon,
in the front row.
Sammy Watson's played some nice defense, and I'm noticing her coverage when her hitters are going up to hit. She plays well. She's playing well, and I think there's some discussion here on whether there was touch on the block. In listening to the Bismarck Legacy crowd, they don't agree with that.
It's like a college football game where every 2 plays go to under review. Touch.
So calling touch. Okay.
Give that point to Minot High in the end. They lead 18-16.
Coach is upset, and honestly, I'd be upset too.
Been a lot of emotion on both the sidelines already today.
Yeah, it's a competitive match. I mean, the coaches are right in there as much as the players are.
Tell you what, Legacy has had quite the end of season schedule. I'll let this play finish before discussing that. Duffner with the set. Aberly blocked on Legacy's side. The Falcon and Brendel block. Does not hold up for the Sabres, but Legacy, your last 3 matches, or 3 of your last 4 matches, Century, then Jamestown, who they swept, Minot and Bismarck, with those Century, Minot, and Bismarck matches all on the road, counting for 4 results. The Sabres battle-tested here going into tourney time.
Yeah, and they're 6-1 with all those matches that you just talked about. Honestly, that's fantastic for a coaching staff. And still some confusion here in terms of who's subbing it in and what's going on Bismarck Legacy side. I really, this is tough. Yeah. And at some point, though, if this continues to happen, there will be a yellow card because you can't slow the game down like this. You can't, right? Like you got to move and you got to make a decision.
So Falcon will get the opportunity to serve. She thought there for a second she wasn't going to get that chance.
And she serves out. Oh, boy, that's a critical
Service
moment.
Error, and Legacy not having a very nice go here at the end of set number 2, trying to come back. They've been trailing pretty much all of this second set. Watson back onto the court for the libero, Avery Will. At the net, Seeley tips it over and out of bounds.
That was a really smart idea, just a bit out. But I love that play by Seeley. I would keep doing that, especially as a front row setter. Aberley's had some runs here serving for Minot High.
Seeley gives this one to Volk. What a dig again by Couture, but the point eventually goes to the Sabres. Here's the replay of it.
Oh, that is a beautiful move. Double move there by Cambry Volk. The 5, and she's excited too. Good for that kid. She's outside hitter 5-5. She gets up there, cranks one. Great dig by Deshawn. She goes and blocks it over for a kill. Nice job by Volk.
Gilmore is blocked again. Seeley in on that one. Gilmore tries again over the block this time. Will digs it for the Sabres. Felkley in the middle. Terrell with the defensive play. Duffner sets up to Shaw. Back row attack. Lands 4 rows up in the bleachers.
I gotta say, I love the confidence of Everett DeShaw when she gets that back row set. I mean, she's going up swinging, but most back row attacks, especially when they're out of the middle, pretty much you hit straight ahead. She's cutting that ball. That is a beautiful kill by Everett DeShaw. Timeout, Bismarck Legacy.
Second of 2 First International Bank and Trust timeouts called by the Sabres here in set 2, trailing 18-22 on the PSP network.
The dictionary defines community as a group of people living in the same place or sharing common goals. Community is the largest part of our name, and we make it the largest part of our business. We support our local schools, organizations, youth programs, and local events from Bowman to Bismarck, because we all share a common goal to better the quality of life in our communities. Come bank with us at Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your real community bank.
First International Bank and Trust is a full-service, family-owned, independent community bank built on the bond between our employees and customers. Founded in 1910 and growing to serve rural and urban communities across Arizona, Minnesota, North and South Dakota. Find them online at FIBT.com. One timeout remaining for Minot High. None left for Legacy as we come to the end of set number 2. Sabres down 4, but Minot High only 3 points still needed. Volk tips that one all the way to the back row. Interesting play. Gilmore down in the corner. That's in bounds. It's going to disappear off your screen here, but it was in.
Really awesome finish by Gilmore, but I got to give some credit to the freshman Everett DeShaw. She saw how short that free ball was going to be. She knew her setter was coming in. She went and grabbed control of that free ball, really close to the attack line. Excellent job by her.
Legacy has a point here late in the second set. Substitutions coming in for the Sabres. It's Kraft. It's Seeley serving.
Yeah, you got Kraft, Felkley, and Volk. You got a strong front row for Bismarck Legacy to kind of get on a run here, and they need one down 4.
Gilmore all the way to the back line. Will keeps it in play for Legacy. Tip kill there by Cambry Volk.
Yeah, Volk's played really well in the second part of this set. Excellent dig and a tough one by the libero Avery Will because it went off her block and it was going deep. Excellent job by the libero for Bismarck Legacy.
Sabres need quite the run here at the end of the second set.
Another great dig by Will. She didn't
Falkley
even jump.
slammed it down.
She didn't even jump, Owen. That's crazy. Nice jump by Brooklyn Felkley.
First International Bank and Trust timeout on the court called by the Majettes. Unlike your BNC National Bank scoreboard says, there are no timeouts remaining here in set 2. We're going to be playing out these final few points, and Legacy right back in it, down 21-23 here at the very end of the second.
Yeah, this is a battle, and what I'm seeing is that the offense that is strongest is what's winning points. So to combat that, one, you have to either play scrappy defense or you got to get some touches on blocks that you haven't been yet. My guess is that scrappy defense or stronger offense is going to win this set. Minot High up to 23-21, looking to try to get a set point here out of the timeout.
Again, all across the conference today, competitive matches from top to bottom. You have Century against Bismarck High, the top 2 teams in the region. You know, the last time those 2 teams played, Bismarck won. They beat Century out at the Fargo Metro Tournament. Could Goliath go down in the WDA today? That's Bismarck Century unbeaten in conference play. You also have St. Mary's and Minot North elsewhere on the PSP network tonight. Very shortly I'll have a updated score from that one. And then Dickinson and Jamestown. A double counter from Jamestown also going on tonight. That's number 5 versus number 6. Blocked by Brooklyn Felkley.
So we talked about scrappy defense. There it was in the form of Felkley, and she has stepped up for her team to get them within 1 point here late in set 2.
Seeley continues serving. Duffner sets up for Eve Knutson. Such an important kill there for Minot High, stopping the run from the Sabers.
And excellent serve receive pass by Deschamps. Great set by Duffner. And Knutson, we haven't talked about a whole lot. That's a big kill for her to get her team to set point. Maya Bogdan back to serve.
Pro set point on the board for the Majettes.
Nice pass by
Seeley
Brendel.
goes to Felkley. It's been working here in the last couple points, and it's the same old for Legacy.
Yeah, and look for Felkley to get the ball here, running out the last part of the set. But here's Minot High's opportunity. Serve receive. What is the call you're going to make here to try to win this set? And again, we have, oh man,
Legacy again asking where their position should be on the court. With one more serve pro set point still up there for Minot High, leading 24-23, but it's the Sabers with service. Duffner sets it up for Leah Walter. Dig by Seeley. She's not the center anymore. Ball stuck over on that far side. Shaw going to send it over. Dug again by Falcon. Gets the ball back from Seeley. Terrell with the dig for Minot High. Duffner another set. Back near side. Walter drops on the side of the Majettes, and we're even at 24.
Tough ball there. That ball was a little tight. We got a tied set 2, everybody. 24-24.
Extra volleyball in the second set. Knutson again. She got the set point up there for Minot High earlier, and now Falcon trying to put a set point up for Legacy. Terrell denies it with the dig. Bogdan sends one over. Free ball for the Sabers. They'll go to the far side. Blocked by Knutson. Stayed on her side of the net, and it's a point for Minot.
Knutson making some big plays for Minot High.
And we're back to
Junior Eve Knutson.
Back to serve pro set point. 24/7 emergency service and trained technicians. It's serve pro. Felkley off the top of the net. They'll go to Shaw. Can she put an end to the second? Not yet. Legacy gets a chance. Terrell with another
job by
dig.
Terrell. Nice, smart play.
Aberley tried the tip kill. Volk wasn't having any of it. No, Pancake keeps it up. That was Maya Bogdan.
Oh, no.
Now they're going to call it a down.
Oh, no,
and this is going to be
no,
controversial here
yeah.
at the end of set number 2 because it looked like Bogdan. Again, I initially said that one fell because it was just that close. But they let it play on for a few more passes. The ball actually went over the net. We don't have a replay of it, but
yeah, that ball was up, but that's okay. It's part of the game here.
Breathe in, breathe out. We're
Great
still playing volleyball.
pass by Bogdan after that play.
Point for Minot as
Net
Legacy was
violation.
in the net.
Honestly, just a shout out, Maya Bogdan, right? She makes the pancake. It gets called against her. She comes back with a great serve receive pass. Nice job by senior Maya Bogdan.
I bet one of these teams would like to have a timeout about now. No timeouts left. 26-25, Minot High again with a set point. Terrell the dig. Her defense has been so important here at the end of set 2. And a kill by Sydney Aberley. Minot High goes up 2-0. Watch it again as we go to break on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Sydney Aberley ends set 2 at 27-25. Set 3 on the way. Majettes looking for the sweep.
Why do I bank at First Western? Easy. They take care of their customers.
That's right, Carson. You may be number 11 on the field, but at First Western, you and our customers are never just a number.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
When our customers call with a question, we answer their call personally.
Now that's pro-level service.
Thanks, Carson. Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western, you can bank on us.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western, North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
The best part about working at BNC National Bank is developing relationships.
I love working with people.
We've been here for over 25 years.
We've grown just like our communities we're in.
But we still have that personal connection with our customers.
And that's why we can find the best solutions for them.
It feels great seeing projects around the community and knowing we're a small part of making that happen.
We're helping people buy their first homes.
Plan for the future.
From startups to big business.
We're part of the community.
And we're proud of it.
Yours truly, BNC.
Jersey Mike slices your sub right in front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese, it has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah. The rhythm of the slice. This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah.
Order for Danny? Sliced right in front of you. It's the Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
This entertaining night of high school volleyball on the PSP Network is brought to you in part by Northern Plains Heating and Air. With over 25 years of experience as your heating and air experts and the factory authorized dealer for AeroSeal, there's no other choice to seal your heating and air game. Find them online at northern-plains.com.
Sydney Aberly. Number one, Mackenzie Duffner. Excellent and smart set to finish that set. Sydney Aberly with the finish. She is 6 for 10. 6 kills, 10 attempts. That's a great kill efficiency. Excellent job by the senior Sydney Aberly, and great set by the setter Mackenzie Duffner to finish that set.
But it's Legacy that gets the first point of set number 3. It's once again Brooklyn Felkley, almost double-digit kills already for Felkley. That will drop on Minot High's side.
Yeah, nice block there by Felkley and Brendel. And I have to say, on that last, towards the end of this set 2, Brendel was passing the ball really, really well for Bismarck Legacy. So there's things that they're doing quite well. They just have to finish and really get the ball to their star players. Definitely Felkley and Falcon out of the middle.
Walter is blocked. Seeley sends one over for Minot High. Walter again now on the near side. A whistle. Minot is in the net. It was Knutson.
Yeah, Volk playing well too for Bismarck Legacy. So definitely they have the ability to spread the ball around and put balls in play. Minot High just making more plays at the end.
That one goes over the net. Brendel had a good read on it, but Minot High is able to pick it up. Oh, Felkley touched it. Regretting that decision right now.
She's a basketball player?
Yes.
Brooklyn? Yeah, you can, I mean, she is just strong. I love it. Look at that movement by her. Just out.
Trying to get a chance to redeem herself after that last error, but instead, Minot High now, after that point, trails by 1. They'll go to Brendel.
Good touch by the block. There's a pancake.
Again, it will not count.
I guess not.
So we are technically, if you read the box score, we haven't even seen one today, but we've seen 2 good attempts.
Yeah,
I think Couture even was close to one earlier.
Yeah, I really think Bogdan got one, but again, a really resilient play by having that next serve receive pass. Another good serve receive pass by Terrell. Minot High's playing good serve receive. They really are.
Still there by Jada Shaw. Had 2 in the first set, nothing in the second for Jada.
Yeah, that's a really nice tip push there, kill to position 1. Nice pass by Brendel.
Sent over by Kraft. Oops. Bogdan off the rafters. Terrell sends a free ball to Legacy.
Good dig by Will.
Brendel right into the middle of the net.
Yeah, those are tough, right? When you get free balls and you hit balls into the net or out, you want to be honestly 100% efficient on free balls.
It was 3-0 Legacy, now it's 4-4. Off the block. Kill there by Kaylin Kraft, number 1 on the night.
Senior for Bismarck Legacy. In to serve for her, number 3, Cameron Hoynes. Bismarck up 1.54 in set 3, down 2 sets.
Walter had it sent right back to her. Brendel and Falcon there with half a block each. My stats are not correct enough and not official enough to actually have that in the book.
That's good though, Owen, half a block each.
Right? They both got on there.
They get a block. I love that.
You're not a believer in the half block?
That's funny, and all my longtime volleyball enthusiasts or players are listening to that. They're giggling too.
Okay.
We have a tied set 3 here. I think teams are kind of feeling each other out, but honestly, it has been competitive since we started, and I love that for 3 versus 4 in the WDA. Terrell's played really good defense for Minot High.
Shaw tips it over the block, but the Sabres keep the ball in the air. Here comes
slide.
Aberly.
Just
out of bounds. Sabres in the lead again at 7-6 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Your life is busy. That's why they'll make managing your money easy. With locations in North Dakota and Arizona, visit BNC Bank online at bnc.bank. Aberly back-to-back attacks, but it's blocked by the Sabres this time.
Nice job by Falcon and Volk there on that block. Nice slide, run. Big block, solo block by Jada Shaw.
The celebration.
Her team is so excited for her. I love that. I mean, a solo block against a large big-time hitter in Marley Falcon. That is a big play by Jada Shaw.
Shaw on the year just, well, you're going to love this after our latest
Her
conversation.
first block of the year?
3.5 blocks.
Yeah.
So we'll call that 5, I guess.
By herself on a slide. No touch
That
there.
one did not get over the net from Volk. The Jets, 8-7. They have the score in their favor here at home. Looking for 2 wins against Legacy. Service error against Deshaw. Evens the score, yeah. Falcon will now
serve, and they are keeping her in serving. I think they were just a little discombobulated the last set. Free ball here for Minot High.
Deshaw passes to Mackenzie
Nice
Duffner, goes to
sets.
Kinsey Gilmore, and she is blocked. It was Seeley and Felkley.
Yeah,
knocked
nice.
it out of the air.
Yeah, nice job by Felkley and Seeley on that block. Of course, I can sit up here and tell Gilmore what to do. Sharp cross would have worked there.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do as a color commentator.
That's right. Excellent swing. Sydney Aberly is fired up tonight, folks.
Not sure there's a match where she isn't.
Yeah, she's the most athletic player, honestly, on the court right now. But she is playing like it. Her kill efficiency is strong tonight.
Service error, though. We'll put Legacy in the lead at 10-9. Kraft back out on the court. Couture receives the serve. Back row attack from Everett to Shaw. Tipped over the net by Seeley.
Nice set.
Seeley this time will set it up to Volk. Couture one-handed back over the net. Like table tennis. Here goes Deshaw. And that one did not make it over the net. That one did. Falkley touched it and it goes out of bounds.
They're saying, yeah, I think there was touch on the block.
Yeah, we don't have a replay of it anyway.
Yeah, that's okay. Deshaw's been given the ball a ton in the back row, and she is making amazing plays back there with her opportunities.
The
Big
near
block.
sideline, Kraft is blocked. Gilmore gets out of the way after that pass to Duffner. Walter reaches in there with one hand. And it'll go against the Majettes.
This one's against Bismarck Legacy there, Owen.
Sorry.
Play. No, it's okay. Great play by Leah Walter because that ball was low and she was late, and she went and saved her team on that play. Good touch.
Her kill for Brooklyn Falkley, now officially over 10 kills.
What's incredible about Falkley, right? Obviously 6'3", but she's moving the ball left, right, so you don't know which blocker you want to bring, your right side blocker or your power blocker. So kudos to her. And she's fired up here. Yeah.
Thought that one landed in bounds. It was ruled out of bounds. Minot High will bring in a couple of substitutions.
She's excited. I love the competitiveness. I really do. That was me. Screaming about balls that were in, that were out, or vice versa.
Kill there for number 10, McKenna Brendel. She's actually the team leader in kills coming into today's match. In conference play at over 10.1, but it's very close there at the top between Brendel, Falkley, and Volk.
Yeah, and she hasn't been, I would say, probably not her best offensive game, but I'm going to tell you right now, Brendel's played excellent serve receive and excellent defense. So good for her. She's making up for things in other ways.
Following the service error, it's Terrell who sends it over the net from Minot High side. Back row attack for Maya Bogdan, way too far. Point for the Sabres, 13 apiece.
Coming in to serve for Bismarck Legacy, Cameron Hoynes, senior libero. Looks like defensive specialist.
I'll go to Jada Shaw, gets a kill. And guess what? We've got a shot of the signs right there. We heart Jada.
That's awesome.
What's the other one say? She may be short, but she runs the court.
That is fantastic. Excellent set by Mackenzie Duffner right in Jada Shaw's sweet spot. She crushed that one down the line. Ace serve, Nicole Couture.
Well, he brought up the turning the corner point earlier on. This could be really big for Minot High. A run right now past the halfway point of set 3.
Big block by Aberlee and Shaw. I don't know who hit that. That could have been a double hit there.
2 instances of it.
Yeah.
That one looked a little bit cleaner for Legacy. Falcon saves the point for the Sabres.
Look at that slide again. Oh.
Out of bounds, last touch by Minot. Couture and Aberlee in the same spot. Sabres down 1 point at 14-15.
Yeah, and Falcon, I got to give her credit. She's grade 10. She's a sophomore. She's moving all over that front row, right? Making defensive plays with her arms and then blocking with her arms. Nice job by Falcon. Big swing.
And another kill by Jada Shaw.
I'm telling you, that solo block she got at the beginning of this set has fired her offense up.
Once this one goes final of the Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show. Kimber Sport Clips MVP of the match, as well as the Serve Pro move of the match.
Ball off
Point
the
for the Sabres.
Duffner, Aberlee block and out. Point Sabres. Yes, Owen.
Falcon back to serve for Bismarck Legacy. Waiting for the ready to play. And there it is.
Nice pass by Couture.
Off the hands of Falcon and out of bounds. Minot High again in that position. We've seen it a lot this year of just keeping the lead. They're not giving up the lead at any point. It's gotten really close. It's been tied a bunch here in the set, but it's been Minot High in front most of the way.
Yeah, and they've come away at critical points in the ends of sets. That's been really, really impressive.
Couture was still on the ground. Duffner tripped, and then double hit the volleyball. Well, we did get some scoreboard updates from Bismarck. Bismarck High and Century even at 1 set apiece. Minot North and St. Mary's 1 set apiece. Kinsley Gilmore with the kill. Minot High up 2 sets to none and looking for the sweep.
Yeah,
that'll help a little bit.
Yeah, she's having some great success. Duffner's getting that ball out to the antenna for Gilmore to swing away. She's hitting deep 6 shots. A couple balls maybe could be out, but it's still tough for a defensive player. Excellent job by sophomore Kinsley Gilmore.
Buckley says enough of this.
Yeah.
And gets the point.
We've had some really unique points tonight, if you notice. You know, Knutson, she sent that over on a second ball, but she put it up in the air for Felkley, just kind of like, as Nick Hallberg would say, on a tee.
Kind of like sending it to the other team.
Right. Yeah, you got it. Yeah. She didn't mean to, though, of course, Knutson.
Well, of course not.
And you don't want to do that to a 6'3" player. Yeah.
Will sets it up for Brundle. And that point will eventually go to Legacy again. It's tied at 18, but Minot High has not really given up the lead very much.
So besides the idea of lots of back row attacks and libero setting the ball, you know, a lot of people, blockers are playing balls. Well, that's in. Yeah.
Cambry Volk with the ace. Again, not very many of those. They've been outweighed by the service errors, but Volk has gotten 2 very big aces for Legacy in this match.
And I'll finish my thought about the blocking here soon once we get through a point here.
Ball out of bounds, point for Legacy, and well, now they are in the lead, and it will call First International Bank and Trust timeout. Hold that thought for 30 more seconds.
You got it.
We'll step aside on the
Owen.
PSP Network.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
So just to finish my thought there on the differences from the game 15, 20 years ago to now, you know, we were coached in a way where if you're going up to block, you go up and block and you do not reach behind you, right? You let the defense play. I'm really noticing with teams nowadays, if you see the ball and you're coming down off the block, you see it and the tip goes right over your block. I'm seeing a lot of blockers go and play that. I don't know what I think. I like to play true defense and allow your defensive player behind you to make that play. But I'm noticing that tonight here for both teams. Nice pass by Deshaw.
Back to volleyball out of the timeout. Volk still serving for Legacy.
Nice dig
There's
by
that
Volk.
pass to Seeley. Minot High wins the point in the end.
Blocking's become kind of critical. Have you noticed that, Owen, in sets 2 and 3? Great block there by Gilmore and Knutson.
The Bogdan, who's had a bit of trouble serving today at the service line. Keeps that one in.
Brendel, great pass.
And then she goes to Brooklyn Falkley. Jada Shaw, she has been so impressive here in this third set. Gets Minot to a 20-20 score.
You are absolutely right, Owen. Shaw is literally player of this set for Minot High.
Could it be Serve Pro MVP of the, Sport Clip MVP of the match worthy?
So what happened there was Seeley is back row, right? She goes up to play that. The refs thought the ball was over the plane. So when Knutson goes up to block that, and if Seeley is up there with her, that's a back row attack. Can't do that as a back row player.
Another First International Bank and Trust time out on the court. 30 more seconds to pay the bills here at PSP Network.
Property owners in Bismarck and Minot seek transformation. ServPro's construction program brings both vision and precision. From that very first hammer strike to the final touch of paint, our dedication remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling. It's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back, we elevate every space.
Founded in 1910 and growing to serve rural and urban communities across Minnesota, Arizona, North and South Dakota. It's First International Bank and Trust. Find them online as well at FIBT.com. Minot High 21, Legacy 20, set 3. Majettes already up 2 sets to none on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. It's Maya Bogdan serving for Minot High. She's been back there for now 3 points in a row as the Majettes try and turn the corner in set 3.
Big dig by Terrell Owen.
And Leah Walter with the attack. It goes over the Legacy bench and out of play for Volk. Majettes up 2 points here extremely late in the match for the Sabres.
Yeah, and I haven't said a whole lot about Leah Walter since the set 1 where she was 3 for 6 on kills. Big time kill for her at this moment in the match. Big touch, nice touch. Big kill by Felkley. Who is now off the floor, and you have sophomore Marley Falcon in. She's going to have to be critical, her and Brendel here in the front row for Bismarck to pull away with this set.
Avery Will gets it over the net to get this point started. Eve Knutson tips it over the net. Can Legacy recover? They will. Volk sends it to the back row and Bogdan. Duffner set up for Jada Shaw. This time she's blocked, but it goes out of bounds. She's still getting points for the Minot High Majettes. That's Jada Shaw.
In all kinds of way. Timeout. Bismarck Legacy, Jada Shaw. She's getting points with blocking, solo blocking a slide. She's getting points with hard down the line kills. She's getting points with roll shots and kind of slower cross-court kills. And now she's up there wiping off the block. I mean, the girl is playing excellent tonight. Senior Jada Shaw, Minot High, up 23-21 and up 2 sets to none, trying to close out this match.
A double counter in the Western.
Yeah, here we go. A double counter to try to get to. I want to say, are they 11-3 right now? Or I think they're 13-4.
13-4.
So they're trying to get to 15-4.
And they could also, I believe, I'm going to have to check the WDA standings here, but remember they have that head-to-head win over Bismarck High, so the Demons lose to Century tonight. They're still too far ahead.
There's that.
Out of bounds point for Legacy.
Yeah, and there's that play in terms of Walter's the blocker. The tip comes, and she goes and plays the ball, and Duffner was coming to play defense. Let your D play defense, I think, on that play.
Legacy serving down 22-23. Why not running everywhere to track down that volleyball? Dig by Avery Will.
Great set there by Seeley.
Amberly going to set it up to Shaw. Won't get the assist, though.
Free ball here for Minot High. Nice dig by Bogdan.
Now they get it to the setter, Duffner. Amberly with the right hand. Pushed all the way to the back row, but Bogdan is there. Shaw blocked.
Back,
Terrell.
yes.
Out of bounds. Legacy is even the third set yet again. 23-23. Minot High takes an extra conversation there ahead of this point.
Yeah, and they're working hard. Seeley's front row, Bismarck Legacy setter front row in this rotation.
Interesting pass there from Bogdan. Terrell able to recover, but kind of just set the whole play going on the wrong direction. Legacy has a Serve Pro set point, and we'll see it happen after this First International Bank and Trust timeout on the court. 24-23 Legacy, set 3 on the PSP Network. Get your friends, get your family on to the PSP Network.
Changed our name, but we haven't changed the DNA of who we are. We still offer the best product at the best price with the same people. For over 25 years, we've been your only choice for tires in the local area, providing all major brands under one roof at a fair price for your family's budget. Plus that excellent service after the sale with free rotations, free alignment check, free flat repairs with our exclusive Plus plan. That tradition continues today. Looking for tires you can trust? Choose us. Trusted Tire and Auto.
Once again, Nobody has any timeouts left here in the third set. That's how it was in set 2, and that one ended up going 27-25, and I know both teams would have loved to have timeouts with how chaotic that second set was. Kind of on the same path here in set 3. 24-23, Legacy with one of their very few leads here in the third set. Hoynes with the serve.
Good set.
Goes Shaw, Duffner, and then Shaw again. Dig by Hoynes.
Yeah, nice dig by Hoynes. Free ball.
Serve pro set point again up there for Legacy. Oh, Seeley is able to reach over Hoynes and keep the point alive for the Sabres. Brendel, dug by Shaw. Now goes to the middle, and Aberle too long out of bounds, and Legacy.
No touch.
Will win set 3. They stay alive here in Minot. It won't be a sweep today. Could it be a comeback for Legacy?
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
This broadcast of high school volleyball on the PSP Network is brought to you in part by Ryan Family Dealerships. At Ryan Dealerships, the commitment and respect for their customers is as strong today as it was 50 years ago. Experience the difference when you visit one of the 5 locations in Minot and Williston, or shop online at driveryan.com. They've been sponsoring the replays today. BNC National Bank scoreboard brings us, BNC National Bank brings us the scoreboard. With locations in North Dakota, Minnesota, and Arizona, BNC National Bank provides with banking and wealth management services for your business and family. Visit them online at bnc.bank.
We've had a lot of great matches we've called this year, Owen, but I think this is by far the most competitive one. Each set has been won by 2 points. Here we are, set 4. Bismarck down a set and serving.
A lot of those previous broadcasts have gone 5 sets, as we know. I'm not sure if these teams could handle the 5th set today. Obviously, Legacy will need to, but the amount of energy it's taken just to get through the first 3. Interesting to see what happens here in the fourth. Legacy starts out with a 1-point lead. Duffner sets it for Eve Knutson. That's in a kill for Knutson. Not many on the season, mainly a defensive-focused player.
But that's a smart move, maybe. Maybe you want to give her the ball a little bit more because Felkley hasn't seen much of her, right? If you're going to be going out, you got to establish the middle so that your outsides have solo blocks, whether it's power or right side. Nice. Nice play by her. Felkley. Brooklyn Felkley Sr., she went and got that slide. She was practically in the bleachers on that play when she finished. Strong player for Bismarck Legacy.
Now we're down for 12 kills. It's probably more than that.
Communication there on the Minot High offense.
That pass from Walter goes over the net. Legacy get anything from it? Nope. They'll give Minot High a bit of a free ball here. Leo Walter finally gets back on the stat sheet. It's been a while for Walter after an impressive first set.
Yeah, great timing there. Excellent dig by Bogdan. The set was perfect by Duffner, and Leo Walter's timing and swing, fantastic. Ooh, that's in.
Just on the yellow line for McKenna Brendel.
And again, she hasn't been a powerhouse offensively, but she has held her team in there defensively and with great serve-receive passing, where Bismarck Legacy has struggled, kind of been off and on with that serve-receive.
Avery Will with a service error for Legacy. 3-3.
Senior Nicole Couture back to serve for Minot High.
From out of bounds, it's Kraft.
Nice dig by Bogdan.
Shaw, no kill this time. Seeley with the dig. Aberley, another dig there by Will. Tipped over the net by Brendel and then passed into the scorer's table by Shaw. Point for the Bismarck Legacy Sabers.
Yeah, libero Will gets a ton of credit on that play. That was a big swing by Sydney Aberley, and Will went and got that defensively. Nice job by the senior libero for the Legacy Sabers.
Legacy 20 wins on the season, 14 of them against WDA competition. We're having
Would you like me to talk about this?
I mean, I was going to say something maybe funny, but
why don't you say something funny?
We are having a basketball being confiscated right now from the student
basketball
section.
and what seems to be a makeshift baseball.
It's one of those things. You get the beach ball at baseball games and then just tear it apart. Not sure they could do it with the basketball today.
Good hustle.
Point for the Sabers. Tell you what, the student section, only about a fifth of it is left. They must have a test tomorrow.
Yeah. I was actually visiting with a parent on text and a fellow CrossFitter, and he said he was getting a call into the student section. I have a feeling it was one of his kids was in there. I got to check and see if he was the basketball confiscation. Minot High struggling on serve receive, plain as day. You have Hoynes back there, and she's serving aggressively for Bismarck Legacy. That's the difference in set 4 here.
Sabres doubling up the Majettes. It's 6-3 here in the fourth. That's in. And an ace for Hoynes. Watch it again on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay.
Aggressive serving is what is winning this set for Bismarck.
Shaw right in between the entire Legacy Sabres defense.
Yeah, someone was out of position there because that ball was kind of up in the air. Good job by Jada to keep that ball in play with her team struggling.
DeShaw back into the match. He goes to serve. Again, 12 aces in the last 3 matches for Everett DeShaw.
She could use 3 right here to get her team tied.
That would be an incredible run. But it won't happen. That's inbounds, point for Legacy.
Yeah, great tip, push. Tip, push, kill. I don't know how to call those things. Also a part of the game that wasn't around when I played. If you did that, that would be a held ball. excellent job by Brendel.
Thinking in like terms of baseball, it's not a slow roll or hard hit. You call it routine, but that's not really a routine play defensively in volleyball.
No, because it's not a routine play defensively or offensively for that matter. And again, Minot High, tons of balls are landing. Nobody's going for them. Something's definitely out of whack. They got to keep this set within reach to try to figure out what's going on with them. If I'm Bismarck Legacy, I'm putting the pedal down and I'm trying to keep serves in for sure.
One more tally mark there to Legacy service errors after Brendel couldn't get it over the net.
Free ball here.
Trails 5-8. Gilmore standing way out of bounds. Will pass this to Duffner. Free ball for the Sabres. Nearly into the net. Seeley saves it. Off the block and down for a Sabres point. Credit that to Cambry Volk.
Yeah, and there's a tip kill, essentially like a throw. And I don't know, I think I want to call it a throw kill because tip kills are different, right? What did we come up with?
I'm thinking back to last year, the region tournament. I think we trademarked that throw kill.
Throw kill.
Way back when.
Nice play by Gilmore in that back corner again. Yeah, let's call it a throw kill.
Yeah.
Because tipping is really different because tipping really is where you honestly have your hand and you hit it on the top of the fingers. The throw kill, you have more of the ball and you're essentially throwing it like a baseball or a softball. So it's a unique play definitely in the sport of volleyball right now.
Brooklyn Felkley. Dig by Mackenzie Duffner to Shaw, pass it all the way across the court to Kinsley Gilmore. Here's Volk on the near side. Another dig by DeShaw. Gilmore offensively to the back row. Will dump there by Seeley. Walter helps out. Free ball for Legacy, leading 9-6 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Felkley with the tip kill, blocked by the Majettes. One of our longest rallies of the night. Here goes Cambry Volk. She's been on fire recently.
Yeah, and she's tipping the ball a lot, which I think is smart. She's seeing holes in defense to try to let Felkley swing away, who didn't even jump there again. She's incredible.
Gilmore goes up in the air, but another dig by the Sabres.
Nice set.
On the second pass.
Oh.
Ball's at the net. Kept up by the Sabres. Minot asking for maybe some sort of penalty there. Duffner up to Knutson. Tip kill. Another dig by Legacy. Keep it in bounds. A minute-long point. Walter to the back row. Another dig by the Sabres as Brendel Felkley finally puts an end to this point. Sorry.
Look at how tired she is. She's like, wow, that is a nice job by everybody there. Holy.
Well, she had about 4 chances to end that point earlier. Fifth attempt finally gets it to fall on Minot's side. Now a substitution coming in for Legacy, and they're bringing the
we got
scorebook to the table again.
And that's a big sigh by me, you guys. So what's happening? I don't know. Somebody is out of rotation again on the Bismarck side, and
well, while we got some time, open up the North Dakota Score Feed app. Our great partner
scores,
of the
Owen.
PSP network. I don't have the out-of-town scoreboard ticker for volleyball just yet. In Class A, Bismarck St. Mary's leading Minot North at the end of the third set. Bismarck High has taken a 2-1 lead over Century, and they lead in the fourth set. Bismarck High closer and closer to that upset of unbeaten Century in conference play. But our focus here in Minot on set 4. Legacy leads 10-6 with the ball out of bounds. Sabres extend their lead.
Brooklyn Felkley is everywhere right now, like everywhere for Bismarck Legacy. Putting this team on her back and is doing all the things, blocking, attacking, all the things.
Service error there by Jenny Seeley.
Minot High has to creep back in this match by, 1, placing pressure on Bismarck's serve receive, and then awesome defensive to offensive transition. That's how they'll get back in this set.
Felkley keep going to 22. It's working for Legacy.
Cambry Volk back to serve for Bismarck Legacy. Up 5 in set 4, and they are down a set, needing to win this set to push it to 5.
Shaw goes up with the attack, and it's going to be one touch and into the net. Not sure where Brendel was trying to place that one.
Well, honestly, again, you're playing defense, and it was a throw kill. It was a throw kill, let's be honest here. And you're like, is she going to hit it at me? Do I have to sit back, play defense? If she throws it, what do I do? And I think she was just caught off guard with the type of kill that Jada sent at her, type of attack. That's the first ball Felkley's hit out in a long time.
And I got a fist bump from Coach Jesse Gertzen.
Reagan Terrell has played well in sets 2 and 3 defensively, and she is needing to serve her team back into this.
Brendel pushes it to the back line, and it falls inbounds.
There's a throw kill. It is set 4 is about the throw kill tonight, folks. Again, if you're listening and you got some fans that you know should be listening to this match right now, please get them on the air. Get them listening to PSP Network.
Aberly tips that one all the way to the back row. Across the court, out of bounds from Kaylin Kraft. Point for Minot. They'll bring Couture back in to serve, trailing 10-13. Falcon, Seeley, and Kraft on the front row for Legacy.
Nice pass by Volk.
Falcon. The defense has been working all day for Marley, just not the offense yet.
Well, coach wants to talk to her a little bit.
I keep it quick. Couture is serving again. Kraft.
Big swing. That is
in again. Kaylin Kraft, another one for the Ryan Family Dealerships replay.
Yeah, and she hasn't had a whole lot of sets tonight, but she's done a nice job with them, and that's a really important part of the offense, establishing that right side there. Bismarck Legacy has done so in terms of slides with Felkley and Falcon, but that is a big kill and could come in handy here. Kraft on the right side.
Already past the halfway point in set number 4. Legacy leading 14-11 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Terrell to Duffner, back to Jada Shaw. Dig by Avery Will for the Sabres. Now they go near side Brendel over the block. That's still live, but Terrell overran it, thinking it might have been over.
Yeah, and there's that hole you block and you're throwing out an arm. I'd let your defense play there. Timeout, Minot High.
First International Bank and Trust timeout on the court. We'll take it with them on the PSP Network.
Mike slices your sub right in front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese, it has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah. The rhythm of the slice. This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah.
Order for Danny? Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Once this one goes final, we'll have the Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads postgame show. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. Visit them online at planningteam.com, helping clients work toward financial freedom. Again, we'll name our Sport Clips MVP of the match. Also have to pick out a Serve Pro move of the match from the amount of highlights we've seen today.
Yeah, there's been a couple. Lots of volleyball left. Minot High's wanting less volleyball than Bismarck Legacy.
Bogdan back row attack. Okay.
There's one.
That's one we're going to remember.
One. Yeah.
Immediately on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay.
I'm sure her mom is super proud.
Not really sure anybody from Legacy was expecting that. They didn't really move.
Maybe that's the key there. Maybe start setting the back row with Deshaw and serving. She gets the ball in the back row a lot.
Low serve. Picked up by Volk.
That's
Falcon
out.
sends one out of bounds again. The offense has been close, but not good enough.
Deshaw almost played that ball with her hands. Smart move. She has some great court awareness.
Deshaw serving down 13-15. Gets the ace. We just talked about it. What was that in set 3? Needed probably 3 aces in a row.
If she gets fired up here, watch out.
Into the net. What's the count on those service errors today?
Honestly, it's 3-1 in set 4 here. Bismarck missing 3 serves, I think. I actually haven't been that close to following Owen. I'm so into the game. Seeley there with an attempt at a dump. She's had a couple tough plays there. Serving for Minot High. Down 1, Sydney Aberley. Nice set there.
Falcon into the net again.
Falcon's struggling a little bit on offense, I'm noticing. I can tell by her body language as well as just her swing is just a little off.
Serve from match point between Bismarck High and Century. Bismarck High leading 2-1. Tip kill by Camry Volk. Dug by Gilmore. They're going to give it back to Deshaw. And a kill for Everett Deshaw. Minot leads 17-16. Sabers come together to talk as a team.
I'm looking at Hall of Famer referee Linda Burke. She's like, what are you guys doing taking so long?
Volk fires one into the block and powers through it. It was Duffner and Knutson going up there for the Majettes. Tied 4th set.
Yeah, and that's smart of Volk there. She's tipped the ball quite a bit here in the last couple sets. Great approach by her. Awesome set by Seeley. Good finish and kill. Cambry Volk.
Now Sammy Watson will come in to serve here late in the 4th set. Haven't seen much of her on the court today. Replaces Falcon. Hits the serve over the net.
Nice set.
Tough play here for the Majettes. They make it happen though with Gilmore and get the point after that.
That set
Felkley
was a little
tipped
tough. Yeah. Sorry, Owen. That set was a little tough for Gilmore. She went and saved Everett Deshaw in that deep set.
Minot leads. Again, they win this set. They win 2 points in the WDA standings. An ace for Mackenzie Duffner. And we're seeing probably the best Majettes team we've seen all night right now. First International Bank and Trust timeout of the court called by the Sabres back in 30 seconds on the PSP network.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FinRun SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
On the BNC National Bank scoreboard here in Minot, in set 4 it reads Minot High 19-17. They have Mackenzie Duffner at the service line leading 2-1. The BNC National Bank out-of-town scoreboard. A huge final to note in the WDA tonight. Bismarck High 3, Century 1. It's a service error by Duffner, and if Legacy can find a spark in that play, now would be a good time. They trail 18-19. First loss in conference play for the Century Patriots happens on the biggest night of conference play in the WDA.
Nice pass by Deshaw.
Gilmore fires one home for the kill.
Split block there on Bismarck's side. I think, yeah, that was Volk there, Volk and Felkley. Nice read, excellent pass by Deshaw. Nice read by Duffner to set that back set to Gilmore. Great finish by the sophomore.
Bogdan with the serve. Chasing out of bounds, goes around the antenna out of bounds. Minot High's lead growing to almost the largest it's been here in the 4th set, 21-18. It was Legacy that had the lead for a while. Sabres fans trying to get their team back into this match. Double hit called against Brooklyn Felkley. Just trying to flip that one over the net.
I feel like there's a bunch of timeouts this set.
That should be the last one for Legacy. The second and final First International Bank and Trust timeout called by the Sabres, and it's down 18-22. So Coach Jen Astold is banging on her team to find their own energy after this. Going to give one final conversation to the team, looking at everybody in the huddle. What do you think the message is right here from Coach Astold?
You got to get a serve receive pass. And I'm not sure who the front, I think I know who the front row is. You have Volk on the right side. I think you have Falcon in the middle. And you have Kraft on the outside. I'm giving that ball to Volk on the right side. I got to give a shout out here to senior Maya Bogdan. She's serving very well. Very critical for her to put this serve in after the timeout. She has played excellent defense tonight. A pancake that was taken away from her. She's had a couple back row attacks. Look for her to put this ball in as the senior. And she does. Nice pass by Brendel.
Goes to Sealy, then Volk on the far side.
Like I thought, that was the good play.
Still playable for the Majettes. Will to Sealy, to the middle, back row attack by Brendel.
2 free balls in a row here for Legacy. It's going out of the middle. Really? No. Nice job. She confused me on that play.
It's Kaylin Kraft.
Sealy, yeah. I would have gone to Felkley for sure, Owen, but nice play to go to Kraft on the right side.
Cambry Volk serving for Legacy. He's had an ace and a few service errors today. Walter flies in and gets the kill. It was Sealy trying to get the dig.
Walter has had some really important kills tonight. She played so well in set 1, a little quiet, but important kills at critical times in set 2 and 4 here.
Terrell with the serve from Minot High, leading 23-19 in set 4. Terrell sets it up for Walter, trying to go back-to-back, and she does. Legacy lost it when it bounced off the top of the net. Watch it again on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay.
I don't know how that ball went over, Owen.
Serve pro match point on the board for Minot High. That does not end in an ace. Instead, Falkley's going to keep the Sabres on the court today with a kill.
That was a really tough set there by Sealy. Nice job by her.
24/7 emergency service and trained technicians use advanced technology and specializing in fire and water cleanup and restoration. Still 4 match points on the board for the Majettes.
Nice pass by Bogdan.
Jada Shaw
and the
blocked
finish.
out of bounds. Well, Shaw made the big plays in set 3, which Legacy ended up winning. As she makes the big play in set 4 for the Majettes to take home 2 points in the WDA standings. You saw it there on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. We'll have the planning team financial advisors. Shots Crossroads postgame show coming up next on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FinRun SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shaw's Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shaw's Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shaw's Crossroads.
Welcome into the Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show following a dramatic 4-set win for Minot High over Legacy. Accounts for 2 wins as a double counter, setting up Minot High in great position to take home a spot in the top 4 heading into the WDA tournament. We're joined now first by our Sport Clips MVP of the match, Maya Bogdan of Minot High. After the last couple matches, 5 sets against Minot North and Williston, a win over Turtle Mountain in the middle there, how important was it to put on a performance like you did today to kind of get back on track?
Well, I think our main goal is just not to get a playing game, and I guess we really like to go 5 sets. And it just really shows how hard we work. Like, going to 5 sets is not easy. You get really tired, and we keep falling in the 3rd set, but then we come back. Last year we would have just fallen, but it really shows how much we've grown.
Yeah, and honestly, this is one of the most well-rounded teams I have seen in volleyball in the WDA in a long time. Talk a little bit about what your role has been in terms of its increased playing time. I remember watching you a couple years ago, you'd get in for a serve, maybe a couple defensive plays. Now you are set coming in, playing 3 rotations. Talk a little bit about what that is like as a senior on this team. Really, everybody has invested time that's on your team, and you've grown in terms of your playing time from your sophomore year to your junior year to now. What is that like for you?
It just feels like a really good accomplishment. I've been working really hard in club, and this is what I've been working for. Us seniors have been playing together for so long. I think this is just what we've wanted. We wanted to have a good season to end it off, and it just feels really good.
Yeah, you're now 15-4 in the WDA. You pretty much will have 3rd place locked up going into the playoffs. Maya, you have a couple of unique things about your game. I'd like you to talk about them. First, I want to talk a little bit about your serving. You have what seems to be a ball float serve. You jump a little bit off the ground, right? You have this float serve, and it kind of goes up and it drops down. How long have you worked on that skill specifically?
Honestly, since 14U, my coach said if we made 10 serves in a row, we could do our jump serve.
Oh.
And I went to some camps, and they helped me with my serve, but I've been working on it for a long time, and I just stuck with it, and I keep working on it every day in practice. That's the main thing I focus on.
Yeah, and serving, I think, an aggressive serving is going to be a big component of a far run in the playoffs. Okay, now, but this is something that is new for you, this back row attack. Okay, you've gotten the balls. You and Everett DeShaw seem to get a lot of balls in the back row. Talk a little bit about that and how that has been a bigger part of your game this year.
It's just kind of like not a go-to, but it's an out if we don't have any of the hitters. If it's an off ball, Matt can give it to us, know that we'll put it over the net. She did it a little bit with Zoe last year, and I think that's just, it's continued that way. And I don't know, I just try to get as high as I can. I'm not very tall, but I like to think I have a good vertical.
Yeah, you got a big heart, though. That's obvious. Okay, so you have your back row attacks. You're serving. Your serving came into play here in set 4. Definitely. Let's talk a little bit about the play that was but wasn't. You had a pancake, I think, in set 2. And, I mean, we could see it from up here. And I love teaching Owen about all these things in volleyball. And he loves calling out the pancake. What happened on that play? And super sad that it got called down.
Yeah, I mean, everyone, like, when you get a pancake, you're the only person that knows if it's up. And it was up, so I don't know, it didn't feel very good.
Yeah, that's kind of a bummer. But I tell you what does feel good, a 4-set match win for a double counter, right? These double counters, I'm not crazy about them, Maya, but it obviously was important for Minot High tonight. Talk about what your team needs to do moving into the last week and then getting ready for the WDA tournament, which is in Minot, here on your home floor.
We just need to not let this get to us. Like, it's over, so we just need to focus on the next game. Like, yeah, we're locked in top 4, but that doesn't mean anything. We still have to go get those wins. Not over.
Cool. I got to give a shout out to your mom. Yeah, you know I do.
Yeah.
She's been a longtime friend of mine. Obviously a legend at DLB. And what I said to Owen at the start of senior night, congratulations on senior night, was how great it is to see how families pass down the sport of volleyball. Talk a little bit about what your mom has meant to you in terms of you developing your skill in the game of volleyball.
Well, she understands everything that I go through, and I can really tell it means a lot to her seeing me play. And I know after this she's probably going to cry really hard when we go talk and have a team thing. But, yeah, and I think it means a lot to my grandparents, too, because it's kind of like rewatching it through me. And my sister didn't get her senior season, so it means even more for my mom.
Yeah, kudos to parents. I love that you called out your grandparents. Kudos to all grandparents who support their grandchildren playing this awesome sport. Maya, congratulations to you. And I look forward to watching you at the WDA tournament here November 14th to the 16th. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Maya Bogdan, our Sport Clips MVP of the game. We have more of the Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show coming up next on the PSP Network.
The best part about working at BNC National Bank is developing relationships.
I love working with people.
We've been here for over 25 years.
We've grown just like our communities we're in.
But we still have that personal connection with our customers.
And that's why we can find the best solutions for them.
It feels great seeing projects around the community and knowing we're a small part of making that happen.
We're helping people buy their first homes.
Plan for the future.
From startups to big business.
We're part of the community.
And we're proud of it.
Yours truly, BNC.
Whether it's getting an education, making priceless memories, learning to play, playing to learn, or simply getting where you need to go, the team at Ackerman Estvold has been behind these projects and countless others, developing critical infrastructure, valuable spaces, and even some good old-fashioned fun. Entrusted with the things you know, but delivering more than you may realize. Ackerman Estvold, trusted for decades and decades to come.
Shots Crossroads is your post-game headquarters. Order online at shotscrossroads.com for their delicious menu that includes the famous number 99. Team buses are always welcome at Shots Crossroads. This is the Planning Team Financial Advisor Shots Crossroads post-game show. We'll just wrap this up before we stop.
The ghouls and goblins have come back in our mouths, you guys, getting ready for Halloween.
Being able to misspeak words here, but Minot High, a 3-1 win over Bismarck Legacy. Just the initial reactions to this one, we knew it was going to be, we knew it was going to live up to the hype. There was a lot of hype around it, and for good reason. These are two teams that, in the end of the day, may just both end up in the top 4, but right now you have Legacy, depending on that result that we are waiting to see from Dickinson and Jamestown. They're on the outside looking in after dropping these 2 losses in one match here to Minot High.
And what does that put them at, Owen? I'm
14 and
writing
7.
down 14 and 7 now. Okay. Wow, yeah, and Minot High goes to 15 and 4. Bismarck High goes to 19 and 2. Century to 20 and 1. I have no... Who plays Bismarck High? Doesn't somebody...
Legacy still has to play at Bismarck yet this season.
Well, and then Century has to have one more match left.
Century has a couple left, yeah.
Right, and so, like, I don't know. Bismarck High could sneak into the one spot. Wouldn't that be
Well,
something?
they would need Century to lose to somebody else, which is
Tough.
obviously been pretty tough.
Yeah, but we'll see what happens. But, shout out to, obviously, the great volleyball that was played across the WDA tonight, to include tonight's match, which I thought was super competitive. Sets 1, 2, and 3, all decided by 2 points. Set 4, Minot High pulling away late to get a 5-point win and to win the match 3-1. I really felt like at the end in set 4 for Minot High, they went to the right players. Mackenzie Duffner set the right players, and those players came up big in terms of kills, whether it was Gilmore, Walter played really well in the final end, and as she's walking across, she was darn close to being the MVP of the match as well, with a huge set 1 and then a big set 4. Gilmore, Walter, you had the defense step up. You had Terrell, Bogdan. Bogdan, she played well there in the end and definitely loved that back row attack. You had Deshaw, who played exceptionally well serving and defense and back row attacks, right? You had Shaw. Shaw, that kid, she's so fun to watch. Huge crowd here tonight supporting her as a senior. And she had some big plays in set 4. So for Minot High, really, to play tough and win 2 tight sets in set 1 and 2, lose set 3, and if you heard Maya, she talked about how we usually would let down in set 3 and then we'd let down all the way to the loss. Now they only let down and they have resiliency to take that set 4 and win the match. Minot High in 3rd place in the WDA. That's looking like what it'll look like at the end. 15-4. Great record.
That was a tie coming into today's match. We got to talk about Legacy as well, because when you go down 23-25, 25-27, win the third 25-23 and lose 20-25, you're scoring 20 or more in each set. You didn't really play a bad volleyball match.
No, and Brooklyn Felkley, if they would have pulled out that match, she's exceptional. And I bet they'll go as she goes, right? And then you have Folk and Brendel. I would bet Brendel would like to probably have a few more offensive kills, but she played excellent defensively and serve receive wise. Volk played well in terms of her throw kills and her tips and various things. But yeah, Felkley was amazing. I think who needs to probably step up and kind of balance out that offense is probably Marley Falcon. She played really well defensively in that first game, but she kind of fell away a little bit in sets 3 and 4 offensively. So look for her to pick up her offensive game and really make an impact. But yeah, Bismarck Legacy would be tough to face in a play-in game if that ends up happening for them, but also tough to play in that first quarterfinal.
Yeah, again, Legacy has just 1 match left in their regular season schedule. It's not till next Tuesday when they go on the road for a big road trip against Bismarck High. Obviously, a Bismarck High team that you really don't want to face right now. They have back-to-back wins against Century, one of them in that Fargo Metro tournament. So a big task in front of the Sabers, which means they're probably going to need some help from the other teams surrounding them in that bubble, which includes Minot High, Jamestown, and Dickinson. And you look at the schedule up ahead for now 3rd place Minot. The last 2 matches of the season, Jamestown, a double counter, and then at Dickinson on the last Tuesday of the season. So Minot High still a long road ahead of them to secure that top 4 spot. Don't overlook, though, Watford City in 2 days.
I'm probably speaking before that. Well, and they're at Watford City. Their Saturday, Jamestown is the double counter. Yeah, that's a big one. That'll probably be a big one for them, and that'll probably determine kind of what their strategy is against Dickinson next Tuesday. Couple more shout-outs for Bismarck Legacy. I really enjoyed watching Avery Will play. She was a really nice libero for them, and she's going to have to probably step up and continue to make big plays for her team as they get into the playoffs. And I thought, again, Minot High played just a nice, well-rounded volleyball match. I know Sydney Aberley had some big plays, including that huge slide to finish set 2. So Minot High's looking good, especially after a little bit of adversity in the last couple weeks.
Let's hand out some awards to end our post-game show today. The Sport Clips MVP of the match went to Maya Bogdan, and for what reason?
Well, she served a huge stretch there in set 4 to get kind of that. I think she served and had a 4-point serving kind of time there late in set 4. And if you look at the final score, it was 25-20. So she had a lot to do with that. She had a couple important back row attacks. And honestly, I think she just led her team defensively right at the end there. And really in set 4 showed up as a senior, as seniors should do in volleyball matches. But, move of the game. I already talked about that Sydney Aberley slide in set 2, which was really, really powerful. But for me, watching Jada Shaw get a solo block against, I'm pretty sure it was Falkley, but it might have been Falcon. I don't know. But it was a slide. I definitely know it was a slide. And Jada gets a solo block, and her team rallied around her after that play. For me, that is the move of the game, Owen.
Well, it's not the move of the game. The kid that let the balloons go up into the rafters today from the senior night boards over there in the corner of the gymnasium.
It may or may not be the coach's kid. A couple shout-outs here. Thor Nelson wasn't here tonight, and he texted me. He's like, you got to give a shout-out to the announcer that's missing. So, Thor Nelson, I love you, and a legend in the world of hockey, a legend in the city of Minot for softball, and then obviously helping with volleyball. And then a shout-out to Ellie Miller, coach for Bismarck Legacy, a kid that I've known for a long time and is a really wonderful kid from a great family, Ellie Miller, on the Bismarck Legacy side.
Well, on the biggest night of volleyball in the WDA this season, Bismarck High gets an upset win over Century. Minot takes home 2 points against the Legacy Sabers. Minot North keeps their chances of hosting a play-in game alive with a 3-1 win over St. Mary's. And we still don't have a score from Jamestown and Dickinson, the other one we really need to know when talking about the Sabers and the Majettes. Well, you'll be able to.
I'm wondering too, Owen, what would Minot like to see with that?
I don't think Minot really cares about the other teams. They just take care of business here the last week.
You know what? That's a really good point to end on. Is from Mackenzie Duffner at the start of the year in that interview to Maya Bogdan. What do they say? That game's done. We're moving on to the next one. Moving on to the next one. So you're absolutely right. That's a great point. They're done with the match tonight. Beautiful match, senior night. Great to win. A double counter. But they are on to Watford City, and then Jamestown, big one, and then Dickinson to finish out WDA for them.
Our next volleyball broadcast on the PSP Network is in 2 days. On Halloween, Minot North takes on Williston, and then we'll likely have some coverage of the WDA play-ins on November 7th as well. Region tournament for Region 6 in Class B, and the WDA tournament also on the way. It's a great time for volleyball here in North Dakota. Hope you stay tuned on the PSP Network for it. For Melissa Spelchen and our great PSP Network crew today putting on today's show, I'm Owen Patterson, repeating your final score for the final time. It's Minot 3, Legacy 1, 25-23, 27-25, 23-25, and 25-20. Hopefully you join us on Halloween night for that high school volleyball showdown from Sentinel Gymnasium. Until then, have a good night, everybody.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FinRun Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shaw's Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shaw's Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shaw's Crossroads.